Hey, battery, what's up? What's up, Zoom? Actually, I have not looked at the weather really for around by you. I don't know where it is all heading, so wish you luck, brother. All I know is it's cold as balls out here right now. It's like 13 degrees. Hello again, battery. Hello, Valentine. Shadow. Cheers, motherfuckers. Yeah, Zoom, looks like shit's heading your way, but I don't know about freezing. Doesn't look to be in that temperature range at the moment. I don't know. Does he have to wait and see? Well, hello, ma'am. I'm still in pain, so not the greatest. My back is fucked up. Yeah, I won't be staying up real late tonight. Yeah, Trish, my back is all messed up. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in over a week. Oh, Trish, I took a couple Advil. No, Aleve. About a half hour ago. It really doesn't do anything. It makes it a little bit more comfortable to sit in this chair. This chair sucks. But trying to sleep. I got a couple gabapentins. I'm going to take one of them before I go to bed. I wish I had some muscle relaxers, but the gabapentins were all I could get. I don't like taking narcotic shit, but at this point, I wouldn't mind it if someone gave me some hydrocodones. Hey, Zoom bait, did you hear about the big underwater volcanic eruption in the Pacific? That was kind of big on the news earlier today. Somewhere out by Tonga or something like that. Way out in western central Pacific. And they issued tsunami warnings for the West Coast, all the way from like California up to Alaska. I don't know if anything happened with it, but they say it was pretty intense. Oh, and just so everybody knows, Wizard will not be on panel tonight. He's having more generator issues. He said he'd try and get on his phone just to chat. But home of King Kong. Skull Island. Well, his issue that he has now is he needs the generator in order to run his well. So the generator doesn't like to run in the cold. So he's kind of running out of water from what I hear. He's got, maybe a day or two supply. I told him to get some containers and take them down to Sleepy Hollow and have his buddy fill them up for him, like a 55-gallon drum and a couple of jugs and shit. So he'll have, like water for cooking and cleaning or whatever for a couple of days. Well, that sounds good, Trish. I used to, when I was younger, when I was still a kid, actually, we used to get the cough syrup that had the codeine in it. That shit was great. Remember, the stuff was called paregoric. And, well, I guess when I was a baby, my mother, when I was going through teething, my mom had this stuff laid around. It had like a lot of codeine in it. And she used to rub it on my gums to keep me from crying all the time. And it just dulled, knocked out the pain from the teething really well. And I used to get it prescribed to me when I was starting to have stomach issues as a kid. Stuff worked great. And I absolutely loved the taste of it. It was so tasty. Nowadays, like, I would take shots of it, but that might cause some issues. Yeah, the stuff that I take, the gabapentin, it's non-narcotic. It's more of a nerve painkiller. It's a completely different class of drug. And I know a few people that have prescriptions for it. So, if I ask, they can toss me a couple of pills every once in a while. I can take hydros if I have to. Just I don't like taking opioids, but because they do tend to fuck with my stomach a little bit. But with hydros, they're kind of a 50-50 blends. They're not they're not like a straight up high Oxycontin type pill or a Percocet or something like that. I've taken hydros for extreme toothaches and backaches before, and it just kills the pain, and I get no narcotic side effect from them. It has to do something with my metabolism, I suppose. But I could take hydros all day long for severe pain and get no high or buzz off of it whatsoever. But it would cramp my stomach up if I took too much of it. What, I lagged out battery? Yeah, the internet's been kind of funky the last couple of days. It might be weather related over here. Yep, Zach, that'll happen. When I got some teeth pulled out, I had, I think, three or four teeth pulled out when I was about 17. And it was one of the weirdest experiences of my life because I got knocked out with local anesthetic. And I woke up in a different room and it really discombobulated me. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was kind of like sick to my stomach. I didn't puke, but I was definitely queasy as hell. Yeah, the locals, they always inject that. I remember the anesthesiologist who put the needle in my arm. He's like, "Oh, this stuff works great. You won't, you won't feel a thing. You won't wake up, from during the surgery, nothing." And he's like, "It'll take effect in probably about 5 seconds or so." And I'm like, "You're kidding me. It's gonna take like 10 minutes to knock me out." And he's like, "Well, start saying the alphabet." And I'm like, A, B, C, D. That was it. Took like 4 seconds. I don't know what it was that they used, but man, it did knock you out. That's kind of funny, battery, because I started yesterday watching a new series. It's called 1883, and it's all about a group of people that start wagon training across. They start out, I think, in Texas, yeah, in like Fort Worth, and wagon trail it all the way out to Oregon. I'm only on. I just finished watching episode 3, I believe. It's a good series. And I started watching the new Star Wars series, that the Book of Boba Fett. That's surprisingly good. Yeah, the 1883 show has Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, his wife. They're like the two main characters, and I think Sam Elliott's in it, and Billy Bob Thornton. I think those are the only big name cast members of it. But as far as period dramas go, it looks really good. Well, it's that show, 1883, is produced by the same people that did Yellowstone. I caught a couple scenes from Yellowstone It looked interesting. There was like a fight scene where a bunch of local ranchers like kick the shit out of a bunch of bikers. Oh shit, it's 2 minutes past. Fire in the bowl for anybody that partakes. Hey Michelle, how are you doing? Yeah, I think Kevin Costner's in Yellowstone. I can't tell for certain. Oh, hope you're doing better, Michelle. I used to like Kevin Costner in his earlier part of his career. Not so much now. I can't even think of something that he's done recently. Well, Aaron's still live, and Deer Butch just went live over on Twitch, so that might be why it's kind of quiet here tonight, but whatever. Well, Battery, a lot of people get unsubscribed from Michelle's, so just go to her YouTube channel and check the notification bell. If it's turned off, just turn it back on, or if it's on, turn it off yourself and then turn it back on. That might fix the issue. YouTube's fucked up like that. Well, if you're still subscribed, unsubscribe yourself, then resubscribe. It'll probably work because YouTube's fucking with people like that. Just like they shadow ban people, they shadow subscribe people. Well, that's kind of fucked up, Shadow. Whereabouts is Iqaluit? Is that up in Nunavut or out west, like Yukon or Northwest Territories? Ah, okay, yep, Nunavut. I never made it that far up there. I'd love to see northern Canada. Don says, Canada's okay, I guess. What's up, Don? Yeah, same thing here. Mrs. Sausage Gravy. I'd love to go back up to Canada and see more places than just Ontario. I'd love to visit the Maritimes, like where you're from, Nova Scotia and Prince Edward's Island, Labrador. Hey, Jason. Oh, Shadow, Zoom's trying to tell you that he follows a guy on YouTube that does raccoon videos who's up in Canada. Oh, he's up in Maine. Okay, well, close enough. Yeah, there he is.
What's that? What's up, bud?
Hey, what's up? For a second, he sounded like Singularity when he said that. I'm like, what?
Right? Oh, no, that's me.
Hey, Miriam's in the house. Carpenter's in the house. Evie's in the house. Looks like we're being raided. So
Oh, rock on.
it's Wags. Schuster. Yeah, we're being raided.
Rock on. Hey, guys. Carpenter Patriot. Salute, brother. Evie, what's happening?
What's up, Deb?
Rock on. Miriam. You guys rock.
Yeah. Zoom's also in the chat. Shadow. Mr. Don and Mrs. Don are in the chat.
Hey, hey.
Valentine's in the chat. Battery was in the chat. I think he went over to Michelle's.
Right. Seabird. Hey, Valentine. Mako Madman. Missing parts. What's up? I think that's a funny name. Missing parts.
I didn't see that one.
What's up, Zoom? We got 4 inches of snow, man.
No, there it is. Missing parts.
Oh, okay. Mixture of Celtic and Americana. Interesting. Oh man, I tell you what. Yeah, this thing with that generators got me all pissed off. But it's just too cold. I was seriously considering your idea with the torch, but then again, that's a plastic gas tank, so I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
true. Well, even just heating up the spark plug itself will help a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'll just wait. But that's why I fired up yesterday, because it was like 41 degrees.
Mm.
Yeah, and I pulled on it, and I was like, and it just went, bum, 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 and right. So I just let it run because I was afraid to shut it. So I let it run out of fuel. I just figured I'd leave it alone and put more fuel in it and fire it back up. But that's all I did. And I put fuel in it and pulled on it for 20 minutes and then gave it a break and came back, pulled on it for another 20 minutes and nope, ain't going. And then I gave it another 20 minutes later on. Then I got frustrated.
Fire in the bowl.
Fire in the motherfucking bowl. Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms. .com. Oh man. Is Don T in the house?
Yeah, he was chatting separately from Mrs. Don.
Well, we have a solution, Mama Don. We got a solution. It's just it's coming on the 24th. I just got to find a way to bridge from here to there. But yeah, we just the Sleepy Hollow, they have a generator. He said he had a generator, but he pulled it out and he's tried to fire it up, and the carburetor's all jacked up on it. So it would take 2 weeks for the generator for him to get a carburetor in for it. So that's out the question. So, oh man. Hey Max, what's happening, bro? The thunder down from under. Oh my goodness. What are you going? You looking for? That was Princess. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. I'm looking at chat. I didn't, you know, can't
Are
see
you
you.
on your laptop or the phone?
I'm on the phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I don't have power
Yeah, I was gonna say.
for the laptop and the internet and stuff like that. So
No, Wiz does not sound like Aaron at all.
right.
Deer Butch sounds like Aaron.
Exactly. He sounds exactly like Aaron. Looks like Aaron too. If we dressed him up the same, made him grow a beard, they'd be brothers. That's funny shit. We'd have to make them both wear those Joe Dirt wigs. you know, that'd be funny shit. Oh man. So that would be funny shit. I was just picturing that in my head. Hmm. Yeah. Ah, excuse me. Forgive me. I'm yawning.
Yeah, I'm pretty whipped too. Uh, I purposely took a slow day at work and didn't do much
Oh yeah.
because I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to give my back a chance to heal up, and so I just took it easy today. I
Oh.
overslept too. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh no.
Yeah, it was funny. I couldn't remember if I was supposed to come in at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So I set my alarm this morning for 11 o'clock so I could, get up early enough and call and clarify what time I came in. And it would give me time to get ready for whichever one. So when the alarm went off, I just turned the alarm off and rolled right back over and was out within seconds.
Oh shit.
And it turns out I was supposed to be in at 1, and I woke up at like 1:40
Oh shit.
and just like shot straight out of bed. I'm like, oh fuck, I fucked up. And jumped on the phone and called the store. And I'm like, hey, am I late? And yeah, that's what because like I'm still like half asleep. I'm like, Holly, am I late? And she's like, well, actually, yeah, you're late. I'm like, oh fuck, because I couldn't be sure if it was 1 or 2. And she's like, it's fine. It was dead up there anyway.
Oh
So
yeah.
I told her I'll be in an hour. I got a shower and shit and shave and all that.
Sign me in.
Nah, I don't do that.
Okay. Yeah.
What's up, Dallas?
No penises in the women's locker room. Yep.
Well, it's gotten so ridiculous that like, um, especially with that case of that swimmer, like a
Yeah.
couple months ago, that like officials that are involved with those sports, like in the college level, coaches, and even the referees, they're all, they up and quit because they can't, support it.
Oh wow.
I don't blame them. That's all that shit's such fucking bullshit.
Right. I mean, it's a woman's sport because I mean, they have a separate sport because they
Mm-hmm.
they don't perform at the
It's
level of
for,
men. And, yeah.
I mean, you got to have something seriously fucked up in your head if you want to chop your dick off. I mean, come
Yeah. Yeah. There's that.
on. Or you could put it bluntly.
Blunt. Lorena Bobbitt, that motherfucker. Right.
She was a nut job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah.
from like
Psychopath.
what country did she immigrate from? She was like South American or something, like Colombian or something like that down there. And she was even crazy back then. People, when the whole thing went down, they were interviewing people who knew her before she came to the States. And they're like, oh, yeah, that lady, she batshit crazy.
Like Belize or something, wasn't
Could be, yeah.
it? Yeah.
And then John tried to take advantage of his unwarranted fame and tried to become a porn star.
The
After he got
Franken
it.
dick.
Yeah, after he got hit reattached and everything, he made a couple of movies, and I'm like, what?
Oh my god. That's crazy shit, man.
Yeah, Trish says Bobbitt was from Ecuador. Okay.
Ecuador? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Zoom, stay away from the crazy women. Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with them. I witnessed one of the most batshit crazy people I've ever seen in my life. 2 nights ago. This girl, like, she was somewhere over in Europe. I don't know where. Complete, freaky, libtard type.
Right.
All hipsterish and everything. Hair dyed like bright orange with green tips and shit. And she had I don't know what started it, but she had a complete fucking mental breakdown on her stream. And like to the point where she was just screaming and wailing and making like cat hissing and spitting noises and throwing shit across the room, trying to pull her hair out, like grabbing her body in various places and trying to twist and hurt herself. And like, we're trying to figure out like how to get in contact with the administration of the site, to shut the stream down because, she didn't need to be doing it, and people shouldn't have been able to watch her have her episode. And we're like, man, that's like some crazy fucking. She looked like one of those people that's in the compilation video for the Trump haters where they're all screaming in the air and everything. That's what it was like, but like times 10. It was bad.
No shit. That's
Like
crazy.
like
Before what? You cut out. Oh, you didn't offend. You don't have to worry about that too much.
there we go.
No, you cut out real quick. Yeah.
Well, I had my pack of cigarettes sitting on top of the escape key. I went to go pick up my pack of smokes and pushed down a little too hard on it.
Oh shit. Yeah. No, missing parts. You really don't have to worry too much about offending here. This is the game, the Great American Experience. So we're pretty, casual here, and it's just like there's only real one rule. Don't be a dick. That mostly pertains to personal attacks and stereotypical attacks and stuff like that. So as long as you're cool, you don't have to really worry about it too much. With the crazies. Well, I tell you what, I saw back there, crazy gets boring. No, it gets dangerous because
Yes.
I was married to a crazy. I didn't know she was crazy till well after we was married, though. She tried to kill me 3 times.
Has anybody heard anything about what was going on in Texas a couple hours ago? Somewhere, I think it was south of Dallas, Fort Worth area. Some dude went into a synagogue and held the congregation hostage, and he was saying he was going to kill himself. And local SWAT was all staged outside and everything. And they had a live stream going of the service when the guy came in. I don't know if that's still going on. Oh,
Whoa!
and Trish says it's all over with. Everyone's safe. Okay.
Idiot. They need to bring back shock therapy.
They need to bring back the state mental hospitals.
Yes. Yes, that would be great.
That's why, half of the problems that we have in society right now is because the people that back in the day would have been in those facilities are running around on the street causing all kinds of problems.
Well, yeah, there are those that are criminally insane. Yep. Well, just give them a counselor and a pill. That's what they want to do. No, but that's just that in itself is crazy. Yeah. Chaos in society kind of thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember the last, before this lady that I saw the other night, it had been a while since I've seen crazy. I remember, 8 years ago or so, I had to go to the hospital when I had that weird fucked up infection on my hands. And I was at the emergency room at the hospital my mom used to work at. And they have the traditional, it's divided into 2 spots. There's like the low level care area, and then there's like the high end, level 5 trauma center type shit. And as I was leaving the low end area and going through the halls, I hear this commotion from ahead of me, and these 2 big ass security guards are trying to drag this lady into the trauma unit, and she's all skinny black chick, looked like she had been on serious drugs for years, skin and bones. She's all screaming top of her lungs, "Obama's trying to kill me! Obama's trying to kill me!" And she's like made a huge scene, and everybody that was in the waiting room saw it. Everything. It was like, yeah, that's batshit crazy.
Yep. Yeah, that's just wow. I think, well, they should build it all in an underground facility kind of thing and just call it the hole. I'll stick you in a hole. Hey, still kicking. How you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, 2022, you're going to see the Democrat wither and die. All of them. The majority of them, anyway. There's still a few states that are going to allow those machines or some shit, supposedly.
Well, they're tearing their party up from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
It's becoming like 2 parties within a party. You got like the moderates on the right side of their party, and then you've got
the communists.
Yeah, what's
yeah, you got those Democrats that still want to be Americans, have guns, go to work, shit like that, have families. if you remember, Democrats used to be pro-life.
Mhm.
Yeah, it used to be pro-life, pro-religion, and that kind of thing. Now they're anti-God and anti-religion and pro-abortion.
Well, that's
and-
because
Anti-human.
AOC's ideology has taken over. And so they
Yeah.
no longer give a fuck about compromise or America or
rule of law.
hot dogs, rule of law, any of that shit. They don't give a fuck. Let's just get some transvestites up in there and start fucking giving shit away.
Next thing you know, they're going to criminalize apple pie.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to let it get there. Early
I-
on,
I will stand up in arms for my apple pie.
You're
Nobody's
damn
gonna
right.
Keep fucking apple pie from
Max,
me.
Dallas, Miriam, how are you? I hear you're going to join those of us in the camping RVing realm. I'm so excited for you. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. And yeah, we love
Absolutely.
pie.
Oh man,
Platoon,
What?
my brother.
yeah. How you been, Don? Ain't seen you in a few days.
Dude, I'm doing what I try to do. I mean, I'm just trying to progress with the plan. I'm not real good at it some days, but other days I'm doing all right.
Did you ever get those batteries and stuff hooked up, or is it still in
I
progress?
got batteries. Dude, it's no, I did not. Yes, it's still in progress. It's
Okay.
a let's just call it a lower priority. We just got the last of our shit from the East House in a
All right.
pods. And so that was just delivered yesterday. Yesterday. Anyway,
Oh, nice.
so I'm just trying. So we're buried in boxes yet again. We had actually gotten some progress. We started, getting some boxes out. I threw away a shit ton of boxes, and then the next day, more boxes arrived.
Right.
So
I'm
okay.
keeping them all. I'm keeping them all. I
So I mean, I'm just trying to get them unpacked. I'm just trying to get, turn the house into. I just put up today. My biggest accomplishment was a bookcase. I'm serious.
Right.
On top of that, I moved a ton of shit from the building to the house, and from the house to the building. But again, my biggest accomplishment was a bookcase, and it's not even full. It just got set up. I got it moved from the shed up into my office. I actually got it cleaned, and now I can start adding shit to it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's
Right.
dude, it's little wins, I guess. I don't know. At the same time, all week I'm doing the finance thing. I'm talking to the fucking bankers. I'm trying to get all that shit done. I finally got all of my paperwork turned in. They said zero balance this account. Okay, it was a City Chase credit card, right? And I had already closed the account, and the account was like $468 on it. And they said, before we can proceed, we need for you to zero this account. Okay, fine. So I make a payment for $460 for that very same day. $468.14, I think it was, right?
Right.
I click the button. I say, okay, I'll come back to this tomorrow, and that'll give me something that says it's zero, and I can print that, I can upload that, and I can be done with this. And so I made my payment. No, it's not going to be that easy, is it?
No.
So I make my payment, right? I wait my 24 hours, and I go back, and now there's another bill of $6.14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck did this come from?
The interest for the days that between your last statement and today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But so here we are. We're needing a zero on this account, so I have to pay the man $6.14 just to fucking Oh, Jesus. So I did that. And I mean, I started doing this on Monday, right? My fucking,
Mhm.
all of my finance people were waiting on me to get this one little page uploaded that says this account has zero, is closed and has a zero balance. Oh my God. I got it up to them yesterday morning. I finished it complete.
Oh, good deal.
So
Good deal.
4 days took me to fucking zero a goddamn credit card account. Fuckers.
I know, right? And I learned when I got the divorce, I was clearing off credit cards, right? I called the credit card company and I was like, okay, it says I owe this much. How much do I have to zero it out? And
Right.
then they'll figure out the interest, and then you give them that amount right there. And then
If I were smart, I would have done that.
well, it's not from that's because nobody told me that shit, because I learned it the hard way. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
And you know what? You're preaching to the choir, because that has happened to me more than a dozen times, and I should have known. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? And on top of that, I'm doing, I'm trying to get the house in the East ready. So I'm not going to say it's a money hole that I'm throwing money at, but it's a money hole that I'm throwing money at.
Right.
Man, my brother, what the fuck is up? Old, but still kicking. Hello. Yeah. So I hear your generator won't start.
Not when it's below 30.
Generator.
Yeah, the little green generator will not start. It's a little Coleman. It's back from the 70s and all that shit. And it's old. And the only thing I can figure is the reason it started yesterday was because it was above 40 degrees. Right? Because it's back again. It's doing the same damn thing again today, because it's like right at freezing. We got 4 inches of snow last night.
Oh yeah, you guys got buried.
Yeah.
Absolutely buried.
Well, not buried.
Every place around you got a foot. Every place around you got a foot.
I know, but we only got 4 inches.
Everything around you. Tennessee got a fucking 14 inches.
Oh my God.
Memphis never gets goddamn snow. Memphis never gets snow, and they got 14 inches.
Right. Oh, I think it's funny as shit. At least I didn't have to clean a foot off the snow off of my panels. I got the panels cleared off, and no sun.
Dude, it's going to get worse. All of that is going to sweep up through the south and then up the East Coast. It's going to bury Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York, Boston. It's going to fucking absolutely bury them. It's a nor'easter in the making, is what it is.
Well, the problem is the nor'easter isn't really the issue. It's all the moisture coming out of the Gulf that's pumping into it.
It is. Yes, it is.
I saw that happening, man. I was like, "Oh, guys, this ain't normal. This is
this is weird.
This is weird. This is weird one, man, because it's like I saw that cold front moving down, damn near straight south, and then you see all this moisture coming up from the Gulf, and I'm like, "Oh shit, here we go." I thought we were going to get slammed pretty bad, but the winds were so strong coming out of the north that it pushed it south of us. Yeah, Memphis got slammed. Shit.
Canoes, this is your stream, so I'm going to let you make that call, sir.
Oh, we got Bruce coming in.
Mr. Wayne.
Want to talk with Bruce? Let's talk with Bruce.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Mr. Wayne, always a pleasure, sir.
How you doing, Bruce?
Hey, Wiz, Canoes, and Don. I guess we're still calling you Don Trump. Good evening, sir.
What would you prefer to call me? Is there another? Do I have another?
Whatever you would like to go by.
You can call me Don. You can call me
You can call me
sausage,
Bruce.
SGB. You can,
This
call
Did
me
you
late
see
for
Trump's
dinner.
speech
You can
tonight,
call me
man?
Mr. Don.
That was the
I
best
saw
Trump
some of it.
speech.
Yeah.
All right, can I give you some highlights? Because I'm totally fired up, man. He basically announced he's running for election in 2024.
Ain't that some
And
cool shit?
yeah, and he struck down mandates, which was code for the vaccine. You have to read between the lines. You have to watch the speech, okay? Because first he started talking about the Supreme Court, and then he started talking about how, he tried to get something done. He never used the word vaccine, though. That was pretty wild. But then in the end, he was like, it's great that the Supreme Court struck down the mandates. We don't need no mandate. Fuck a damn mandate. He didn't say fuck. Oh, Don Trump, man. He's my man. He's kicking ass and taking names, as usual. Don't you people lose faith. Don't lose faith, man. Don't lose the faith. He might not be God. He's not Jesus. It's not a cult like somebody on fucking Newsmax tonight. There's some dipshit bitch. So it's almost like a cult following. Yeah. Almost.
It is, as a matter of fact.
No,
Almost.
almost.
It's anti fucking.
The definition of a cult is a group of people that follows one supreme leader.
If we just don't,
if we don't just follow him blindly, Trump has pissed me off a couple of times. All right, I follow.
They
supreme.
They want the world to think that we're doing that. They want the world to think that we're myopically following Trump and all of his words and missions and this, that, and the other thing. And we're not that. We're critically thinking conservatives that have chosen this guy to lead us and continue to choose this guy to lead us. And that's the way we do it. Well, Democratic Party bunch of dumbasses chose a dumbass to lead. And that was your choice. You can do that, but this is our choice. So fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Wiz.
No. You're fine. You're fine. It's just, he may be a dick. He's not perfect, that's for fucking sure.
But he's my dick.
But yeah, he's our dick.
But he's my dick. Okay?
It's about time we had a fucking asshole as president. All right, it's time to kick ass and take names. All right,
exactly.
He's doing it. And tonight on the speech, he said, "When I'm elected president, all these motherfuckers." But he was like, "People in DC are gonna pay for their crimes." And of course, we've heard it before. We'll see what happens, but at least he's saying it. At least he's putting it out there. He's like, "If you elect me, people are gonna heads are gonna roll," as the old saying goes.
So let's talk about heads rolling. In Virginia today, the Youngin guy was sworn in as governor, right?
Right.
And his AG, his attorney general, also took effect today.
I heard he made some rather forceful statements.
Yeah, he went in and basically fired the entire. Let's see, what do they call it? Fired the entire diversity division of the attorney general's office.
Oh, I love that.
12 people. On the first day, you're all fired. We don't need you anymore. Have a nice life.
Your job no longer exists.
Your job no longer exists. Exactly.
Pack your shit in a
box. Thank you for your service. Pack your shit. Exactly. Thank you for your service. Here's a nice plaque. Anyway.
If you're out of the building in 2 hours, we will have security escort you out of the building.
We're already having security escort. You just gather your shit in a box, and you got 15 minutes.
Right.
2 hours, my ass.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you for your service, but kindly fuck off.
Right.
So and as a child, as a son of Virginia, I was born and raised in Virginia, so I have a deep personal thing for Virginia, and it's been left leaning way too many days now. And so for the right and for the conservatives to finally take Virginia back was, in my humble opinion, a watershed.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
about the governor?
The governor is now a Republican,
Yeah.
And
Youngkin.
he's a
Yep.
rhino.
He swore in today. That's
No,
how
wait a
that
minute.
AG was able to fire everybody.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Wait, that was a new governor? And
Yeah.
my brother
sir.
lives in Richmond.
I used to
Well.
live in Richmond. I spent 15 years
sorry.
in Richmond.
He's
I
a
drove
I
to
know, right?
Richmond once. It was
Get the fuck out
surprisingly.
of the city. He works in a skyscraper, dude. He works for one of the major banks.
You know
He
why
makes
they won the election, don't you?
fraud, mail-in
No.
ballots,
No.
dead
You know
people
why?
voting.
Virginia's
I'm
red
going
except
with
for
fraud.
around Richmond and the DC area.
Oh well, yeah, right, yeah.
The
Because
reason that the Democrats lost the election is because they weren't able to pack the vote, because they made a law in Virginia that all the votes all the mail-in ballots had to be counted before um, the close of the polls. So anything that wasn't counted didn't count after the polls closed. So they couldn't make up votes. They couldn't.
Loudoun County tried to get around that, and basically they told them, if you don't count it by midnight, it don't count. And so Loudoun County was left with like over 150,000 Biden votes, which was fucking wonderful, I thought.
and you can just say it real simple. It's called voting fraud. And that's what
Right.
Trump focused on for almost like half an hour of his speech was all about the fraud and exactly what's happening. He's like, more evidence is coming out. And he said the cars were lined up for 25 fucking miles along the roads. It was like Woodstock. It was like fucking Woodstock, dude. 25 miles, cars are backed up. He's like, as long as the eye can see. Yeah, it's almost like January 6th in Arizona. And how many people showed up for Biden's rallies? 16, spaced 6 foot apart.
Yeah, there was more Trump voters
16.
there protesting his rallies than there were people at them.
Oh, but he won the election. Yeah, right.
Right.
Hey, Wiz, I want to touch base. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you between now and the 24th when you get your generator? Is there some way we can get your water back online? Is there some way we can get you a generator temporarily? Is there somewhere? I like Fredericksburg and Rappahannock. Yeah, they're good. Go ahead.
Well, I've been thinking about that. I might have a line on one. I talked to one of my boys, and he said his girl's dad's got one, and I'm gonna see how that goes, and we might be able to get that going to borrow it till the new one comes in. But
Okay.
The only other option I see at this point, if that doesn't work, is I don't see renting one be worth a damn. It would cost us as much to go to Harbor Freight and buy one of those 3,500.
Exactly, 352, a 6K generator from Rent-A-Center in your area. I priced it before I jumped up on here. It was $352 a week.
And we can get a 3,500 portable out of Harbor Freight for about $350.
I know, for less than that. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know.
So yeah, I know. I've been looking at all that.
To me, I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's
anyway.
I wish I was closer.
Dude, I've got a 5500 Generac portable that I would love to give you. I wish I was closer too. I think we've all got a generator we'd love for you to have.
I know. It's getting crazy, man. I mean, I even pulled out that one that's got a bad carburetor on it, and I was trying to figure out if I could swap a carburetor out off of one of them. They ain't working. I was like, man, I pulled the back off of one of them, that one that just went down, and somebody said, well, the brushes are what's bad on it, but it's got some kind of I'm not exactly sure where the brushes are on it. It's not doesn't look like it's feasible to swap them out. So if I do, I mean, I might be able to swap the engine off onto another one or something like that. I don't know. But
Dude, will a 3K, will a 2.5K or a 3K do you? Will that
that'll run the fridges and
haul the mail?
and it'll haul the mail. It just won't run probably won't run the water, but that's okay. But it'd keep me in energy for the fridges and the internet, laptop, shit like that.
Well, here's a dumb question.
Why don't you
for
reach
Bill.
out?
I pardon me.
Go ahead.
But do you have a hand pump that you
Nope.
could hook up? No. Okay.
No, I thought about that too, and I was like, no, there wasn't one put on there. It was yeah.
Why don't you find out what it's going to cost to rent a little 3K for the duration?
Okay.
Fuck.
I'll look
It's
at it.
300. Then we could probably go to Harbor Freight and get one for cheaper.
Right. I was gonna say they're like $2.99 or $3.20 or something like that now for 35.
For brand new, yeah, out of Harbor Freight.
Right. So
of course, having more than one generator wouldn't suck, would it?
Right. I just feel it just you guys have done so much. I feel
we'll get there. We'll get there, brother. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. It's a journey. It's like everything else.
I know.
Anything worth the fuck?
That's what family's for.
It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah. I'm telling you. But
anything worth the fuck is hard.
Man, you guys, I am so grateful. I don't even know how to express how much I
well, it's all battery's fault. Dude, it's all battery's fault. I had nothing to do with it. It was all battery's fault.
Oh, wow, Bill, did you get a new phone?
Bill's got a phone. Tell us about your phone, Bill. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to monopolize the conversation. I apologize.
Okay, I had to take the SIM card back out of this because I can't even use it to get up here. I'm actually on my old phone.
Oh, wow.
It's working good.
Well, my old phone, it's severely damaged, but I still am able to get up here for a short spell.
But you got a new phone?
No, this is not new. This is the phone I got, and it's an old iPhone.
Oh, okay.
But I can't use it right now until I get some crap removed out of it and get it like all over where it recognizes me, you know.
Hey, who farted?
Right, it's a hand-me-down.
Who are you?
That's
sorry,
Bill.
Wizard. I stepped on you, man.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Who farted in the room?
That's Wild Bill.
Who?
Wild Bill.
Oh, that's Wild Bill. I can't hear him. He's talking to the mic, but I can't hear him.
I can hear him. Yeah, sounds good.
Something's wrong. He's either way low volume or
no. He's sounding strong here.
That's weird.
Yep.
I haven't heard a single word he said in the past 3 minutes.
1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay. You got lag on your video. That's what lost me.
We hear you.
I hear
Sounds
you now.
great. AZ, we don't know yet. We're trying to figure out if we're going to get a Harbor Freight or what we're going to do. So stand by, sir. We'll let you know. But thank you.
Fire in the bowl.
Show of hands, please. Who else watched Trump's entire speech tonight besides me?
I did.
Battery did.
What speech?
Yep.
Trump was in Arizona live rally, first in a year. He kicked fucking ass, taking names. Oh, you got to see it, dude. You missed out. It was funny as hell too. I was cracking up. He's like, he used the word bullshit.
I had some representation at that rally.
I don't want excuses. I want results.
Cheyenne was there at the rally.
Oh wow,
Who's Cheyenne?
his daughter.
Wow. Okay. Well, she needs to get on the webcam and give us a report, please.
No,
I
she
would
hasn't
be
been
there,
in-
but it's like a
she
long
hasn't
drive.
been in the chat in a long time.
Right.
Man, he was so concise. He was so clear on all the fucking issues. He didn't hold any fucking punches. He's like, we're being taken over by, they're not communists anymore. They're Marxists. And they want to dissolve the police. And he's like, where are all the people being charged for burning down federal courthouses and cities across America? But no, some of our people went in to the Capitol, and now they're under fucking, oh God, don't get me started.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen it. Thanks for giving a recap on that, because I didn't even know about it.
No, it's his rally tonight in Arizona, man.
I got phone problems and I haven't been able to even get online.
Oh, you got to see it. It's so clear, so concise. So he basically announced he's running for president in 2024. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for the first time. Trump, 2024. Read.
You shouldn't have to run because you already won.
Yeah, well, I know, but still.
Wouldn't it be
I
cool?
gotta get this another chance to have him again, and it damaged the Democrats really bad.
I think 2022. I think there ain't gonna be much of the Democrat Party left, except
Yeah, we're taking over the
Hell
House and
no.
the Senate. That's a given.
Yeah, they're
I have
done.
a feeling. I have a feeling we're gonna have major majorities and
And
Or super
all
majority.
the Democrats.
There will be a public spanking of fucking Nancy Pelosi on the square in front of Congress, in front of God and everybody.
Does
Sorry,
that
Bring the
I'll shut up.
stockade back.
in that scenario, is there a rope involved?
I said spanking.
Hey,
Spanking.
Don,
Spanking. I said spanking.
Don, public stocks, stocks where they close down this wooden thing, your head and your hands are sticking out, and you're bent over.
I've heard of
you
that.
still spanker.
Good idea. Good ideas, all of them.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just,
I've been in the
I just
stocks
don't know
before.
how much we can talk about that on YouTube.
Like they'll have a
Great ideas.
lottery of who can come up there and spank her in the public stockade and throw tomatoes at her and shit and turnips.
Dude, I smell a money making. See, that's the entrepreneur coming out in you there, Mr. Wayne. Always a money maker. There you
I
go,
had
brother.
that idea like 6 fucking years ago, but nobody listened to me. Thank you, Don.
I make a fortune selling tomatoes.
You know what I'm talking about? The
Fucking
stock. The stocks
Listen,
where they bent people over and they put this headlock on wood. It's like a wooden two pieces.
Yeah.
that
Step
your
right
head
up.
sticks out,
Buy your
hands.
tomatoes.
I've been in them. I've been
And they
in the
leave them
stocks
like
at
that in the public
Williamsburg.
square. They leave them like that in the public square for days. And anybody that didn't like the dude, however bad it was, could just walk up and kick him, and spit in his face and shit.
Well, I tell you what, it's gonna be.
And then hang her. Swing her from a fucking tree after that,
Right. But they're doing their best to try and outlaw being an American, waving a flag and.
But Wizard,
all that shit.
have you seen how Hillary wants to run again for president?
Do what?
Hillary.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I actually heard that.
She's been on the fucking
Oh, yeah.
videos, man.
Oh,
She
baby.
got a new moo, and the new moo is so broad and
She
wide
still
it can
thinks she
hide
won.
the fucking box on the back. The medical
Don?
box.
Yeah.
What?
No,
What?
Yeah,
that's
she's
the
got a
motor.
new moo. You know what
That's
a moo
the
is,
motor.
right?
That's the hydraulic box that runs
Yeah,
the
Right.
the
I'm
robotic
trying to
box.
tell you, man. Come on.
I see
Well,
it. I
It's
see
all
it.
black with like gold circles.
I got
and-
everybody excited now.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. I watch
So
too
what were
much
you going to
TV.
say, Don? What were you saying? I wanted to hear your comment.
Oh, I do too.
Go ahead and put it together.
Who?
Come and give me.
Who?
What? Don.
He already
Pete.
did. He said Trump 2024.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Trump
You got nothing?
2022 is where the step one happens. We're going to retake the House, Senate majority, and then 2024, Trump's back in. Boom, baby. We're going to fix all this shit.
And the message
Well,
to the
it's
people
funny.
in the process, wait a minute, the message to the people in the process is just refuse to comply with their bullshit.
There's never been such a thing as a perfect president, you know? Can't
No.
please all people
I don't
all
think
the
there
time.
ever will be.
Hold on. Ron
But
Reagan
something
was pretty good,
significant,
though.
Wizard, happened
Yeah,
Ronald
tonight.
Reagan was pretty good.
Yeah, he was
Pretty
good.
close.
Hey, Wizard,
Close.
did you hear? You didn't hear Trump's speech tonight. Here's my takeaway. He said that the mandates were bullshit.
Yep.
Which basically means he's rejecting the vaccine tonight. He's not doing. He never mentioned the word vaccine,
No.
but he kept repeating
It's okay.
how we knew the American people are free.
Right.
They're not going to accept their mandate. So he's
No.
basically dropped all the fucking vaccine shit. He never
You
mentioned
can
the
be
word vaccine.
pro-vaccine and anti.
Not anymore. Not after. Did you hear the speech?
Yes,
You
Right.
haven't heard the speech?
Well, I saw the OAN interview. He did just
Yeah, I missed
day
that.
ago.
the OAN interview.
Yep, the
But I'm
OAN
telling you,
interview he did. He
this
was
is fun.
pretty specific about it, and he once again mentioned. He says if young people shouldn't be taking it, they should.
Good.
Young healthy people don't need to take that shit.
I got to see
what he
that,
said.
Wizard. I got to see that. I'll look
And
it up after.
I think he also said something about natural immunity. If you already had it, you don't need to take it. We got a free country.
What?
You wanna
Said
take it,
all of
take
that.
it.
Yep,
Finally.
absolutely.
Thank
He
God.
said if you want to
See?
take it, take it.
Yeah, you
But
want to take it.
don't be forced. Do not
He
be
said
forced to
something about
take it.
natural immunity tonight in the speech too. He didn't use those exact words. He's like, kids are immune. They have an immune system. That's the word he used. Immune system.
They were screaming for vaccine when he started Operation Warp Speed. They were screaming for it.
Yeah,
And then
was
they
the-
turned around and they said, "Well, because Trump did, I'm not taking that vaccine." Now that they got their dude in there, Mr. Potato, all of a sudden everybody's got to get the vaccine.
Well,
Wait
you
a
know
second.
what? One of the things everybody forgets about. Trump
You
had
want-
an
It's the same
implementation.
vaccine. Exactly.
Right.
It is.
He had an implementation plan that included the military checking the shit before it went out to the people. He had a whole set of things. The military medical was going to do the validation on it to make sure its efficacy was before it went out to the people. Well, all
Have
that
you
got
seen
scammed.
where the United States Army is developing its own COVID vaccine right now?
Well, of course they
Yep.
are.
The United States
You'd
Army.
be retarded not to.
But it's just a news story. Who the fuck knows what's going on? I barely
All you
can
need
keep
to know
up.
if it's true is look at the parking lot at Fort Detrick in Maryland.
What's
I
happening
guarantee
in
the
Fort?
parking lot's full 24 hours a day. That means they got
And
a
I
lot
can
of
tell you
people
from
working.
reports from my boy from the Army, he said that they didn't kick him out because he wouldn't take the vax, but they made him, they labeled him as he can't re-up. He can't re-up. So
Compliant.
I told him, but he just re-upped like last year. So he's got another 5 years before that comes up. I says it'll change. It'll change before
So
all
they
this is-
changed. All they did was change his re-enlistment code to probably an E4 or an EA4 or some shit like that.
Did you guys
Right.
hear they
He
just
can have
allowed
that.
the first religious exemptions for the vax in the military? I think 23. They finally allowed 23 religious exemptions to not get vaxxed and stay in active duty. It was on the news today on Newsmax TV.
And those boys that got that got booted from the Air Force, they're all going to be suing the shit out of them.
And this guy on Newsmax, man, this colonel, he's talking about like there's going to be an uprising in the active
And the
duty.
services, yeah.
It's going to really, the shit's going to hit the fucking fan.
Well, a lot
They're
of
not
people
gonna
don't
stand-
realize it's not it's just like, anything else. The guys in the trenches ain't the guys in the suits up in DC,
Yeah.
So these bastards, they're about to have the tiger come back around. And
But and I know, man, that vaccines are always, you sign yourself over to the military. I'm a veteran. And
yeah,
but
you
see,
line up
this
in the hallway,
vaccine is
you walk the walk.
this vaccine. Give me about 60 seconds. We spout off a little bit. Stop calling it a goddamn vaccine. Vaccines prevent you getting the targeted illness. This only creates, it's a genetic manipulation of your own mitochondrial cells, teaching your body to create the spike protein, which can damage your heart, your blood vessels, your testes, which is
Right.
nuts. And that's why I support military standing up against this. It's so-called. It's a fucking genetic.
All right.
Gene therapy,
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
whatever it is, it ain't what they promote.
It's not a fucking vaccine. It's not a vaccine.
All right. We got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette.
Trump is coming. Trump's back. So
Thanks, Wizard. I'll be back. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. All right.
All right. Rock on.
Even if Trump didn't decide to run again, I wouldn't have a problem supporting DeSantis.
Right.
So,
But but we all know that there's only one person that's going to be able to put this through.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. I mean, even if you don't like it, we know what he's going to do to the economy. 6 months after he's back in office, we're back to good on the economy, on the jobs, on the security, on so much shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's without all of the other stuff he's going to do, because he's going to come in, guns blazing. I'm pretty sure.
What about those empty shelves?
The what?
about the empty shelves? Empty shelves. It's a hashtag. Empty shelves Biden.
Yep.
You know?
It's his supply chain problem.
That's right.
All rolled up into
Oh,
one,
yeah.
basically.
That's just
I agree with you, but I believe that Trump is going to have a better opportunity this time because he's got a full 4 years to do the work that he needs to do to soften up or to get better advantage. Just get better advantage. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Well,
do you know,
he's
do
going
you
to
know
have
what Biden's supply chain issue is? He doesn't have enough oxygen moving into his brain.
That is a valid supply chain problem for Mr. Biden. Yes.
that's right.
Well, I can tell you after the election in 2022, there ain't nobody, they ain't going to get none of their shit done. Most of them are going to be gone.
Well,
And
even the ones that don't have, that are not worried about, it's not their year to lose their seat. A lot of those people hold committee positions. Yeah, all those people, once we take over the majority.
Oh, they've already said
they're-
they'll yank
yeah,
every
they're going to-
fucking
yeah.
major committee
Every
position
single one
from
of them. It
every
doesn't
one of
matter
those
which-
cocksucking pieces of
They
shit.
lose their committee
Yes.
positions.
okay,
Are you getting ready to feed everybody battery?
Excuse me.
yeah, that's not so much burp. Hey, I got something for you though. Here's something to think about, and because just the way my mind works, we take over the House and the Senate in 2022, and then let's say they do get rid of Camel Toe and Ugly Joe. The House of Representatives leader becomes the standing president. That's something to chew
Okay,
on.
so how are you proposing that? Okay, let's say we take it over. The Republicans take over the Senate, just like you said, Republicans in the Senate and the House. And then who is they that gets rid of Camel Toe and Joe?
The House and the Senate.
How?
I don't know.
Impeach him?
Impeaching and convict
like-
him.
I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough collective balls.
There's a body within both parts of
Not yet.
Congress that appoints those committee seats, and they can pick and choose whoever they want, whenever they want.
Well, yeah, but once Don, you're right. There's not the balls up there right yet. But after 2022, there might be.
You remember Nadlis and all the rest of them with that fake impeachment and everything they were trying to do. That's who's going to do it. It's the House. But Nadlis and all the rest of them are on. We're going to vote them out. We're going to vote
Who among us? Who among the? Whoa! Hold the fucking phone.
Okay.
Who among the Republican goddamn party is as big a fucking traitor, liar, or slob as half of those fucktards? No, all of those fucktards. And I really want you to see my face. All of those fucktards that proceeded to impeach President Trump.
That's what I'm saying.
All of those cocksuckers. No, you're. What are you saying? Tell me what you're saying.
2022. That changes.
That's all changing, man.
In 2022, that all changes after the election, and if what I think, it looks like, that the Democrats all get voted out and Trump Republicans get voted in.
Okay, Trump Republicans get voted in. Then what the fuck are they going to do? And more importantly, who's going to do it? Who?
I don't know.
Who among them has the stones to do them?
Jordan.
Pick one. Jordan?
Maybe. Dude. Yeah.
Crenshaw.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you got one guy, you got two guys, you probably got 5 guys over there that are willing to step up and impeach Biden. That's it.
After they don't even have to come up with a new game plan. All they got to use is the shit they used on Ukraine against Trump, because Biden's guilty of all of it.
We're going to gain a lot of support in 2022, I think, and they're going to lose. Don't you think so, Don?
Oh yeah.
I believe we will win in 2022. Yes, I believe we'll take back the House and the Senate. Yes,
and I think we got the ability.
But I also believe. But I also believe that there's not enough testosterone contained within the fucking Republican Party to impeach Joe Biden and Camel Toe. There's just not there. It's just not there.
Imagine a Senate without the rhinos.
I would love to see it. Let me be real clear. Love to see it.
Well,
it ain't going to happen.
Well, imagine this. With Trump support, those people that Trump supports win, potentially. And McConnell, Graham, and Grassley, and Romney are not in.
Please, thank you.
Oh, maybe nothing will happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe nothing will happen, and they'll keep their positions.
Well, I like to dream.
I kind of want to go with the hopeful part of it, thinking that, something will happen. I can get just as negative as I can be positive.
Okay, I'm back.
I like the idea that the ones that Trump supports win. Because it ain't going to be Grassley. It's not going to be McConnell. It's not going to be Graham. It's not going to be Romney. And are any of these other bastards
now
that voted
is an idea. That is an idea that a lot in the Republican Party are ready to get behind. That McConnell is it's time for him to go. and all those fucking old time conservative get go along Republicans have got to go also.
They're
That
already
kind of shit
getting rid of
is
Romney.
over.
Yep. And those people that voted him
Romney
in
should have been the first to go.
Romney didn't.
Screw
I
up.
don't believe. I don't believe he got in fairly.
No,
I-
he was a
I don't
Dominion.
think that
was a Dominion.
POS plays fair and square.
He was a Dominion puppet, just like the rest of the
See,
bastards.
y'all
That's right.
keep saying that name, and I get all upset and everything, and I don't want
I
to
know.
do that. I hate that.
Motherfucker,
Other
right?
than the fact that his son owns shares of that Dominion software, but anyway,
There you go. Just keep rubbing that fucking shit in there, farted. Just keep rubbing it in, bitch.
Now, wasn't Romney originally from like New England area? He wasn't
That's
from
nice.
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay,
who?
Romney.
Who farted?
No, he's Boston.
No, who
Also
farted?
campfire, huh?
See, that's the thing. I don't trust people from Boston.
He was Massachusetts governor.
Okay, it was Massachusetts. I thought it was.
He was governor of Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
And
that's
he's,
right.
And he's the one that put that Romney Care in Massachusetts.
Right, which was just a face for Clinton Care and Obamacare.
It was basically what Obamacare was kind of followed after.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
But
guys. I'm back.
anyway, so
Hey, Wizard,
enough of Romney, and let's move
can you
on.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up?
I want to know who I'm talking to. Who farted? It's got to be somebody I know.
We
Wild
told
Bill.
you
Wild
it's Wild Bill.
I know, but I didn't
Bill.
catch it. Who?
Wild Bill, Bruce Wayne.
I
From
still didn't.
Utah?
Farted.
Wild Bill from Utah.
Wild Bill, finally. Thank you.
Yep.
Quit changing your damn name, dude.
Everybody here has multiple names.
No, I don't. I'm Bruce. I've been
I
Bruce
know
Wayne
you're a whole
for
lot, but most
8
people.
years.
Even Battery's got a couple.
Why do
different
you-
names.
Bruce, Wild Bill, why do you want to confuse people like this?
Because I'm confused.
It's his
Yeah.
prerogative.
Right. But
Good to see
anyway,
you. Good to see you,
yeah,
Wild Bill. Sorry, man.
so at the so how many people showed up to that thing? You did they say?
Dude, the road was packed for 25 fucking
25
miles.
miles. I know.
It's like
But-
Woodstock. You remember Woodstock, 1969? Yeah, they'll all be camping out there for a fucking week in their tents, their VW wagons. And
Jeez.
yeah, Trump made a point of it. He said his special services told him tonight. He said this during the speech. He said, "This is the biggest rally you've ever had. There are more people here than ever.
Well, there was that speech he gave in India, and there was over 1 million people at it.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was
Yo,
huge.
when he did, that huge state visit he did.
Oh, that's right.
like,
Yeah, now I
2
remember.
years into his run.
Well, I guess he means the more.
Oh, I'm sure
People
it
in
was
the United
more than
States.
1 million. It was probably more than 3 or 4 million.
His
I guess
biggest
he means-
rally
in the United
so
States.
far.
Right.
In the United
and-
States.
Right. Yeah.
I wish I could be there, but it's like 1,000-mile drive in the snow.
There'll be more.
It's cold outside, but I'm warm. I'm warm sitting by the fire.
Nice.
Oh man.
I tell you what, it warms the cockles of my heart that Trump is on the ball.
No, he's basically announced he's running in 2024 tonight. Without
Did
saying
he
he
say
said it. He said it in so many words, and it was right at the end of the
Well,
speech.
it doesn't matter what he says until he actually signs the papers.
Right. But he's like, I can't like officially say it yet, but y'all watch what's going to happen. We have a movement. We are the people. This is the greatest movement ever. Et cetera, et cetera. He's like, yeah, I'm kicking ass and taking names. Yeah,
Fire in the motherfucking bowl.
Fire in
you
the
gotta see the
bowl.
speech, man. This is
Well,
the best one.
Fire
That's
in
fire
the
right here.
bowl.
Don, I got your number, right? That
I'm
number's
not
still good.
drinking anything tonight, guys. So
Fire,
Yes, sir.
in the bowl.
Okay, I'll give you a call tomorrow and let you know about that.
Oh shit! I just got some new shit.
Okay.
Pass fire in the bowl.
I have to fire it up too. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. See if I can set fire to some little herbages.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smoke some catnip.
I need it. Hey, how about I roll half and half? Half catnip, half leaf.
People do that.
I know.
I know people that do half and half with tobacco and weed.
And me and
What do they
tobacco.
call that? A cat blunt? They call that a cat blunt, I think.
We always called them halfies. That's what
Or a blunt nip or something like that. Blunt nip.
Hey, Don Bear, if you don't tell your cats about catnip, who will?
Oh, watch out when you do that because they'll come after your weed.
There is a book that's for sale on Amazon
This guy's
under
gonna
like
be nice
gag
this summer.
gifts and shit. The same when you click on the Amazon link for my screaming goat that I used to have. Well, I still have it, but it's shit, you know. When you go to the link for this, the suggested, you know, products that are below the description, you come up and there's this book that's how to talk to your cat about gun control. It's a legitimate book. Somebody actually wrote a whole book about that. And it's all, you know, satire and, you know, humor and everything.
Oh, my Huckleberry's in the chat. Oh, kick ass. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so I got to flip back and
she's been in the chat for like 20 minutes now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I've been, like I said, I'm on my phone, so we got to flip back and forth and all that jazz. And
Where's Apex?
I'll be back.
He's no show tonight.
Ooh, that's nice and warm.
What are you burning? Pellets?
Where's Hippie? I want to smack a hippie.
It's a
I don't have
propane
enough energy or
carpet.
patience for Hippie tonight.
Right?
I had to shut him down the other night because I'm like, dude, we told you we're switching the conversation. He just wouldn't shut up about his stupid things, and I'm like, no, I'm done.
Right. I hear it. No love lost. Yeah.
I came up, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights ago, just in the chat because I was real tired, and he was just making some really dumb, sick comments, and I flat out told him, I told him, you're one fucked up dude.
Yeah, he's a little twisted in the misted. Yeah.
Oh God, Shadow just said pancakes.
Pancakes.
I haven't had pancakes in a couple of years. That sounds good.
Okay, I'm having pancakes tomorrow morning. Just got a box of Bisquick.
And I got a bag of blueberries in the freezer.
Oh, you know, it's buckwheat pancakes with blueberries.
Got blueberries, you got strawberries in the freezer.
Oh man.
Or latkes. Potato pancakes.
One banana.
Potato pancakes are great.
Yeah, potato cakes is pretty good.
I like making blueberry pancakes, smearing some peanut butter, some applesauce, and whipped cream.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
Wow.
That's
I had to get that out of me. Sorry.
No, that was funny.
Oh, it looks like my fire's still going. It's on the background.
I'm getting my second wind. I was really tired earlier and wasn't planning on staying long super late, but now I'm like,
yeah, rock on.
So I'm going to have another couple drinks before I crash. So I got another hour.
And a nice little handle. I can pick it up and carry it.
Can I say one or two things?
Sure, go ahead.
First, Ghost, your mic was making some noise. It's got that glitch. We've discussed this, so we need to figure out a way to fix that.
It is.
I was just testing to see if it was you or me or whatever. by putting some test mutes on. I muted
Hey,
other people too. So no, it's all you. It's not. I don't want you to stay off because of that. That's kind of what I'm trying to say is we need to figure out a way for you to work the mute button or get another mic or something.
he's
Because
going to
we
get
love
another
having you
phone.
up on the panel.
He's got a new
Okay.
phone.
Cool.
He's
Let's
got
get
a-
him another
No, he
phone.
doesn't have the
Sweet.
new phone yet. No, he doesn't.
But
Oh, did
it-
you guys hear what Trump said about AT&T? He said boycott AT&T tonight in his speech. The whole
What?
Well, yeah,
No
because they
problem. I didn't hear
were
that.
partners with the whole Dominion scandal.
No, but here's what happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been a fan of AT&T
Mike,
anyway.
No,
Let me-
no. Listen, let me tell you guys. It's because they canceled Mike. Because they canceled Mike Lindell on DirecTV, which is owned by AT&T.
Well, that's what they're telling us. The
Well, yeah.
real reason is because AT&T is up to their tits with collusion
Porn.
with Dominion.
Yeah.
Well, ban
uh,
Costco too.
That's
They
why
dropped
AT&T
Mike
still
Lindell
owns
from their
CNN.
store.
Did I say tits? I didn't mean to say tits.
Trump repeated over and over again, "I'm not telling you to boycott AT&T. I would never tell anyone to boycott AT&T." He just went on and on. It was
You know
funny
what?
shit.
That
I
is
laughed.
crazy to why they did that EMP in Nashville on that security center.
I
'cause that's
remember.
where the
Exactly.
reporters were.
I remember.
No one talks
That-
about that anymore. It was just a hush
No.
hush.
I remember.
When they
But that
started the
makes sense
investigation,
because
that they
that's the
stopped giving
reporters do.
details about it. And
I didn't make
need to
that
do something
connection
again.
tonight. Is there a connection? I guess.
63 amp hours.
That makes sense. That puts a lot of puzzle pieces together. Yeah. They needed
Yeah,
to wipe it.
Trump repeated like 8 times, "I'm not telling you to boycott AT&T," and he was smiling and laughing. Everybody's like, "Yeah, fuck AT&T."
Right.
Yeah,
Do you think that it's it's going to become such a thing that it's going to be such a public support because there is such a public outcry for this to take place, for this to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to be able to. I mean,
yeah, they can't stop us. We way overwhelm the freakazoids.
well, they showed their ass. Trump gave them enough room to hang themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? What's up, Sue? You need boobs, huh?
We all need
That's
boobs.
but you know what? That's the more true statement has not been made all night. I need
It's the
boobs.
universal truth. Everyone
Right.
needs boobs.
That's absolutely from every male on the planet, Mr. Platoon. We salute you, sir.
Amen, brother. Right behind you,
Amen.
all the way. Yeah. Yeah, Ghost has got Wild Bill's got that in the works, man. It's just he was trying to get it set up so he could be on the new phone tonight, but he
Yep.
couldn't get it
Okay.
to do what he needed to do. And so he's got to get with his family member that gave him the phone and
Gotcha.
yeah, and get the identity switched in the
Okay.
phone so he can set it up because they just abandoned the phone. They didn't change anything. Yeah.
I'll be back
So
in a
he's got to
minute.
go back and undo all the damage.
Right. He's probably going to have to do a factory
Canoes
reset.
actually, I want to talk to you when you get back though. I'll wait.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this.
We
He's
have a
probably going
serious
to have to do a factory reset on that iPhone so that he can set it up for him. That's probably gonna be the
Probably
best
so,
way to go
yes.
about it. Yeah.
That's the problem. It's an iPhone.
There's several tutorials
wanna-
online for that. Go ahead. All right, I'm done. Go
I
ahead.
want to go on. All right. I want to go on record as defending Woody. I'm not sure if I should or not, but I know it's not a popular position. But as weird as Woodhead was that one evening, he still is a very enlightened individual. And yeah, but I don't think one evening of weirdness is worth tossing a good brain like that out. It's just my
Right.
humble
No,
opinion.
right. I'm sure he had one too many
I
mushrooms
like
or something. Yeah.
you know what? We all make mistakes. We all have our evenings. You
Yeah.
know, I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I I listen. I'm not the. I have my evenings. I've gotten up on this motherfucker and put my foot so far up in my fucking mouth that I was chewing on it for a week.
Right. And we still welcome you back.
I'm that guy, and yet, you know, you
I'm
allow
back.
me to come back up in this bitch.
I'm back. You're
Hello,
back.
Huck. How are you?
Yeah.
Hello,
And
Um,
Bruce
Don
but
Don
anyway,
Truth
Jumper.
is
just I wanted to go on record there as being in the opposition on the Woody situation. Anyway, I'll shut up
What
now.
did
Thank
I
you.
miss?
I still think it sounds funny as hell. I want to slap a hippie.
The fuck did I walk into? I just went to smoke a joint. Now you're talking about woodies and hippies.
Let me slap him first, and then we can forgive him. Okay.
Oh man. I
um,
just want you, hey, Wizard, can you hear
Huh?
me? I just want y'all to let me know when tickets go on sale for the flip flop races in Needle Park, San Francisco. I will pay $150 to watch them motherfuckers run through the park in flip flops and see who
Hey,
gets stuck with a needle. You get
right.
stuck with a needle, you're disqualified. If you make it through without getting stuck by a needle, you win a bag of 3 Big Macs.
Hey, Huckleberry, how you doing? I saw you in earlier. After I guess you were away when I recognized that you were here. But I'm on my phone, and yeah, switching back and forth is I'm getting used to that.
Hey, does Wild Bill mean Wild Bill Hitchcock? Remember Wild Bill Hitchcock?
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why Wild Bill named
Wild
him.
Bill Cody and Wild Bill Hitchcock. Yeah.
I wonder.
The cheapest Android he could find was $100. But
Wizard, you got to check this shit out. I just got today.
what did you got?
Something from the oven. Nothing says loving by something from the oven. You know, I just had a little smoke. This
Oh,
shit, oh, from the dispensary, man.
oh
It's
yeah.
called like WOO, like woolly skis, something like Sasquatch. It's
Hey Ryan Bardwell's in chat. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Shadow.
Dude, it
That
smells like a fucking Christmas tree. You hear
Shadow
me,
Man
Wizard?
is the shit, dude. Love it. Love it.
Hey, well, it's dark green and yellow with these tiny little orangish brown hairs that
Yeah.
twirl up all up around it. Oh fuck! It's the best shit I've ever smoked in my. No, nice.
Fire in the bowl. Fire in the bowl. Sounds like a
Not
fireball to me. Fire in the bowl.
not
Yep.
next to Maui
Like
Wowie.
catnip shit.
Fire in the bowl.
Right. Stick that shit in your pipe and put the fire on it.
Put
Right
that
now.
in your pipe and smoke it.
Smoke it. Yeah. There you go. Right on. Man, you guys are the best, man. I just
Don't tell my mama no. I got my mama to smoke a joint with me one time my whole fucking life. You guys want to hear this?
No.
You can't see my face, right?
My mama did smoke a joint with me one time.
One
Hey,
time, right? Me
Yeah,
too.
one time. It was
One
a
time.
New Year's Eve back in 2000. No.
She won't do it again. Well, there's kind of rumors that getting in her old age with the arthritis right now, she
No,
might
it
be.
was New Year's Eve, 1986. She don't remember it. Dude, shit, I was fresh out the service. My brothers had a party in the basement, and we were all sitting around in this. Remember those big couches,
Yeah,
the sectionals you could make into a
yeah. I
big.
broke a tequila bottle on it one time, drunk as fuck. Split my thumb open.
There was about 10 of us and our girls all sitting on this big. What do they used to call that? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Not a sofa. But it was a sectional deal, and they had a name for it. But anyway,
Well,
it was
like
in a big.
2-seater, 3-seater, what?
Oh man, it was in a huge square, and it was like 3 couches.
Yeah,
put
they. I
together.
don't know. Hey, here's Michelle.
A sectional, and we made it into a huge square, so all of us could sit in this thing, have our feet up, just everybody's got shoes off. We're all chilling, just passing joints,
Playing quarters,
and
playing
pipes.
bouncing quarters and taking shots and smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah.
My mom came down the stairs. She's drunker and shit. She came down the stairs, plopped down in the middle of the sectional, in the middle of all of us, and we're all passing joints and pipes and shit. And we're all like tucking them, hiding them. But there's a cloud of smoke. It's not like we're hiding anything, right? So we're all like, oh, fuck. She goes, I want to hit. And I was like, she looked at me, and I took the blunt that I had in my hand, and I kind of pushed it out to her. I was like, here you go. Because I guess if anybody's going to get in trouble, I'll be the one because I'm the hero, right? Just fresh out the service. And turn out, so I hand it to her. She's hitting it, and she hands it back to me. And I was like, "That's crazy, man. Am I seeing this shit?" I just looked over at my brother. I was like, "Dude, was that real?" He goes, "Yeah, she really did." Because she ran back upstairs and joined her friends at the party upstairs. I was like, "That was crazy, dude. Fuck, pass me that bong, man." Shit.
I remember my mother got really pissed off a few years back because it was the year that she retired from the hospital. Probably about going on 8 years now. And I remember that year when she first retired, went over there for Christmas. And she had made a statement. She's like, yeah, now I'm retired. I don't have to do a drug test and all that shit every fucking month like I have, for 25, 30 years. And she's like, I'm ready to smoke some weed. And then like a year later is when she started having the breathing problems, everything. And when it got really bad a couple of years ago, when they diagnosed her with chronic or heart problems, circulation problems. I forget what they call it because I'm drunk. But she's like, I am so mad. She's like, I just fucking retired and I wanted to start, living, happily. And now I can't fucking smoke the weed that I wanted to smoke.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. She was mad at herself, because she started smoking when she was probably 16.
oh wow!
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought maybe
Where my mom went, the high school that my mom went to, they had smokers lounges in like the student areas where kids could smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We had some of that. We had a lunch area with smokers.
The seniors were allowed to smoke in the building.
Yep.
They had, just like they had the smoker sections in the malls, it was just like that.
Mm-hmm. And everybody else had to smoke outside.
Dude, in the 6th grade, I used to be able to smoke in the boys' room. Like smoking in the boys' room. It was allowed in elementary school, in junior high.
Everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school.
And the fucking vice principal would come in here and smoke a cigarette with us. No shit.
What's going on?
Well, that was
what's up, dudes? He's just checking on us. Y'all ain't into no shit. Who's got pocket knives? We'd
That's
be like,
back in 1960.
you want to see it? Click.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Good
Click.
shit, Ghost.
You're like, I got one. You want to see my pocket knife? Mr. Vice Principal? You'd be like, no, put it back in your pocket. Just check it.
I don't exactly know how to get back to the panel from the chat, so I'm trying to figure that out. It might disconnect me.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
I'll keep an eye out.
Bruce. Good to see you, Bruce. Dallas, good to see you. Canoes, always a
Michelle.
pleasure to see you. Good to see you guys.
That was back when people used to go to school without guns.
How have you guys
Everybody,
been?
you know, that was like way before.
You?
All this shit.
Same old shit, same different day. That's
You know,
how
I
it is
just
for me.
realized, Michelle, I didn't remember until a friend of mine reminded me. I was waiting to get into a CZ Top concert in 1979 or 80.
Uh-huh.
And some dude,
What made you
well,
bring that up?
I was mingling with some guys in the parking lot. You know, a couple of them, you know, just might perform a little sale quickly for cash. You know, all of a sudden this dude runs up and stabs me in the fucking abdomen with a pocket knife. I don't know how far it penetrated, but he was just like gone in an instant. Like some little kid just freaking the fuck out on probably speed or some shit. I didn't know who the fuck it was. This dude just stabbed me in the fucking gut. And I'm like, oh shit, I remember. And he's like, dude, you were such a wild motherfucker. Do you realize that you just went home and put a Band-Aid on that shit and didn't even go to the hospital? You didn't even tell your fucking mama. I'm like, fuck mama. I'm the best doctor I know.
Right. I never got no cool shit like stabbed at a concert.
And it just healed right up. Healed right up. You know,
I got stabbed at a high school. Motherfucker was scared of me. He didn't want to fight.
Shit. No, that's not cool.
Right.
That's not cool.
But he got the worst thing.
This dude disappeared, man. There were like hundreds of people around, so he like stabbed me and ran instantly.
Oh,
you know,
no.
like, quick, yeah, hit and stab.
Yeah, my guy didn't get away. It's kind of the reason I joined the service. One of the reasons. But
Michelle, how are you feeling? Are you feeling any better?
There's some badass people out there, dude.
Yeah.
This dude had no right. I imagine he's probably tripping on too much acid.
Hey, Michelle, did you hear that Trump gave a speech today at a rally?
I watched a little bit of it.
That should have cheered you up, Tom.
It cheered me up, Michelle. I saw the whole thing.
I just
been.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing as far as good physically with my stomach and stuff. Canoe, thanks for asking, but I guess I'm just I don't know if you call it having the blues, but I'm just agitated because I have so many things that I want to do around the house and I can't get it done.
Stop looking at where you're being and look where you're going.
Like, seriously, like, you know how bad I want to get that pool table to put together, but not one of my fucking family members gives a shit to help me. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, well, just look where you're going instead of where you've been.
I know, Wizard. That is a great quote, but I want my pool table together, and that's not going to help my pool table get put together. I get what you're saying, but what sucks is, like, you know what I've noticed? How family will backstab you. It didn't even take 6 months after Tom and Anna passed away for them to show their true colors.
Right.
Like, they started come over, they came over every weekend, they helped and stuff. They took me, to the mall. They helped me get Sarah's stuff for school. And then all of a sudden the visits stopped and the help stopped.
Yeah, well, look at when my dad died. My uncle stole most of my inheritance.
So
me and my brother's inheritance.
It sucks.
So, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it does. They're both.
And my son can't do everything, so yeah.
Not all families good. So you just got to look where you can. You make the family. You know what? You make the family out of the people you love.
It took over.
It doesn't mean that they're blood.
It took over 8 weeks to get my nephew, and I know he's busy because he's only 16 years old himself. He's got high school. He's finishing up his senior year, and he's got a job, and he is on the bowling team, and so he's busy.
Well, tell him you give him 20.
He helped me with the smoke detector, by the way. He figured out how to take it off. So when I go to Lowe's tomorrow, I can just hand it to the guy, and he can hand me a new one, which is easy peasy. I thought it was going to be really difficult to replace them all.
Well, hold on. You get a hold of that guy, and you say, hey, I'll give you $50. You come over, help me put that pool table together.
Oh, like, I don't even know anybody to even say that. I even put that in a community post, my local post. Hey, anybody from town would like to help me, I'll buy you some beer and pizza, and I'll pay you $150 for help me put the pool table together. Not one bit, not one bite, not one response.
Well,
That's
you know
okay.
where you would post that message? Post it at your local VFW hall.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking to the hero.
That would be the best place that you could get a response from.
Seriously?
VFW or
Yeah.
the Veterans Post or
Yeah,
even
just
Legion.
walk in while they're open.
The one that my husband
bar.
went to, because I never went with him.
Especially.
Well, yeah,
in
exactly. That would be the
hardcore
best place to go because some people
But I never went with them.
might have known your husband, and just veterans in general are
We'll come back to that.
they're all about helping the community and everything. And if there's
Especially-
free, it's the VFW, they're drinkers, so offer them some pizza and beer. I'm sure you'll get at least a few people respond to you that way.
Yeah, you probably get a crew. Just thinking
You can
about
throw,
that. Yeah.
get it put together and
Throw a case of beer
everything.
in there.
Have a little pool and pizza party with a bunch of ice cold beer.
A
I'm
pool
sure you'll
pizza
get
party in the
responses.
middle of winter? A pool party? Sure. You jumping in the pool?
As in
I'll
pool
pay.
table.
I'll pay you to jump in the pool.
It's a pool table. It's a pool table.
I know. I'm just being a smartass.
Oh,
My
okay.
sister and my mom have a pool table that came with her house, and they've been trying to get rid of it for years now because it takes up so much fucking space.
I can't
dominates,
wait
like,
to get
half
this
my
thing together. Are you
sister's-
kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, stop being so cynical. But
I
yeah,
didn't think to go to that. Thanks, Canoes, for that idea. That is a really
Yeah,
good idea. I
that's
never
def-
even thought of that.
Yeah, just walk in, make up a little flyer, and walk in when they're open, and just talk to whoever's working the bar and ask just tell them my late husband was involved here. Can I post this on your door or at the bar? And yeah, I guarantee it, you'll get results.
yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know who sent me a
Colonel
ski ball
Shaw is in
machine,
the house.
but
If you go
yeah,
just
a
before
ski ball
bar
machine. I
hours,
got that to put together.
if you go just before bar hours, you'll probably be able to get a hold of the commander.
Bar
And he
hours.
would have known your dad or your husband.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the person you want to come up to and say, hey, I got this here, and I thought, can I post this up here somewhere?
Okay.
Just
Well, that's
stuff
a
like
great
that.
idea. I don't know the men there because, again, my husband would go there, like, especially for the breakfast thing every month they did, but I didn't feel comfortable. I went one time, and it was a dinner thing, and I felt so uncomfortable. I never went back.
Well, don't worry about all the uncomfortable stuff. It's just a bunch of guys. That's why you were uncomfortable.
Well, it wasn't that. I mean, there was a couple old ladies there, 2 or 3, but it's, again, you threw me in a group of people who I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, you just
Right.
make the
Yeah.
best of it.
Yeah.
They're veterans.
I'm not a
They're
people
gonna,
person.
They're not going to do anything bad.
Right.
Unless they're
General.
like 3 sheets to the wind, which won't be the time of day that you would want to go.
If I had it my
So-
way, I would never be around nobody. Have like Wizard said, have Walmart deliver all my groceries. I never have to leave my house ever again. No, I'm kidding. I like leaving my house. I just don't like New York. Put it that way. I'm very adamant
Are you-
about getting out of here, guys. And my
Yeah.
lawyer, don't even want to talk about that.
All right.
That's a weird part of the state because you got your small towns and everything, but some of it's agricultural, but a lot of that region is all recreational and tourist based because of the skiing and everything, and then
Yeah.
Chautauqua,
Well, Ellicottville, yeah.
yeah, Jamestown, all that.
I'm right near all that.
Yeah. It'd be good to get away from that, at least, temporarily. You guys need to take a vacation, go somewhere.
Oh,
to be
Sarah's
honest.
already planning on it every time. Mom,
You know
when
what
are we going
time
to go
it
to
is?
Texas? When are we going to Texas? When are we going to go to Texas, Mom?
What time
It's
is it?
3
Michelle?
minutes. It's 3 minutes to goat time.
I want a mom vacation where just mom goes
It's
somewhere.
pie time.
So whoever has a home and has room, you never know. I might say, hey, I'm coming to visit y'all. Or one of y'all. I really need to get the hell out of here, just for even if it's for a couple days.
I would love to have an entire group get together. You know, not even the people that are regularly up here, but like fucking everybody in the
Wizard
chat.
tried getting me to go for 4th of July, but
I would just like to host them all at my house for a weekend,
I took my son
and then
to
see my aunt's expression when she sees like 100 people in my backyard for a bonfire, cookout, hangout weekend. she'd blow her shit.
Wiz, I hope you understand, like, the reason why I couldn't come out there is because, my son graduated and I promised him that vacation. And we had a A-OK time in D.C. Not the best vacation because everything was closed. Everything was because you had to have proof of vaccination. So we couldn't even go into the museums. But we made what was best of it, and we saw things that we could do outside. But I probably, maybe next year.
There's always next year.
Yeah.
Right.
Only thing is, like, by then, you're going to have to probably show proof of vaccination.
By then, we'll be done with all this shit. I promise you.
And no offense, I know you said there was somebody literally who was going to pick me up in their car. It wouldn't matter if it was Donald Trump who pulled in my driveway and would drive. I would feel uncomfortable. And it's not because of their driving, it's other people's driving, and because you know how Tom and Anna died, I have that back of my mind feeling. And I always told you that's my biggest fear, dying in a car accident.
Well, they weren't in a car, they were on a motorcycle.
I know, but that's my biggest fear. Even before he was on the motorcycle, I told him, even go as a child, that was my biggest fear, dying in a car wreck.
Yeah, get over those fears.
Some people have fear of dying drowning.
No,
that's good.
Or burning in a fire. Who would want to burn in a fire? I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, you can worry about all that stuff, or you can get on with living.
Yeah, for me, it's sharks, but I doubt I'll ever get in the ocean again.
Yeah,
sharks.
Good point.
That's why you
Stay
live
out
in
of the
Ohio.
ocean.
Yeah,
there's no sharks in
if
Ohio.
I ever end up in the fucking ocean again, whether it's just beach swimming or going on a boat or whatever, I'm bringing my Glock with me because if I end up in the water and become shark food, I'm gonna off myself before those sharks start eating.
No, off the shark, not you. Go out and attack the shark.
Well, that'll just bring more blood and bring more sharks.
Well, allow you to get away. You kill the shark and then you get out of the water. That's what you do.
Well, what if I'm 100 miles offshore and the boat sinks?
Well, then you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly, and I ain't gonna be eating my
You
shark.
got more fat than a walrus.
But if you're 100 miles offshore, you better be in a boat.
No, you can float.
Now, surprisingly enough, considering that, I wouldn't be
float.
afraid. It's a hang up, like because they're sharks.
But
I wouldn't have a problem dying to because of
you got a couple of extra pounds of fat, right? That means you float. You're more born with fat, and you survive longer in hypothermic situations. I'm a first responder, right? So you got to calculate that in, right? So yeah, you could do it. I've been there. I've done it. I've fallen in the ice.
Dude, I was gonna say, if you're 100 miles offshore, there's probably a boat involved.
If you keep swimming, you just keep pumping the adrenaline and keep swimming and relaxing, doing the backstroke. Okay, the backstroke only, and stopping to breathe and relax, and keep your bearings on a star or the moon.
Yeah, look, Bruce, you don't have to tell me. I already know. All the survival book shit. Yeah.
I can't even read the chat. That's how bad my eyesight is. It's
so you could do
worse.
But 100, man, it's been done before by athletes.
Yeah, but last resort.
Good luck.
I'll have my Glock on me.
I'll say a prayer for you.
Right.
I'll say a prayer for you, my friend.
I'm just thinking you only got to swim back to the boat.
What if the boat sunk?
If the boat
How many
sunk,
people are in Twitch, Wizard? Because I can't even read it. My eyesight is just.
Oh, I don't know. I'm in the StreamYard.
Okay.
Well, Michelle, are you on your laptop?
No, I'm on my computer. Even if I blow it, look how thick these glasses are. This was just 3 years ago.
You can enlarge the size of the page in your browser.
Yeah,
If
I
you can
know,
enlarge
but
the
then the
phone.
Steam Yard looks all funny thing.
Well, that's
You can do a zoom in.
one or
Yeah.
the other.
Hell,
Colonel
you can
Shaw
pop out
in the house.
Colonel
Like,
Shaw.
some people
So
think
you-
I ignore them in the chat. It's like, no, really, honestly, that's one of the bad parts about having neurofibromatosis is my
Where's your
eyesight.
glasses, girl?
Yeah.
Where's your glasses?
These ones, but they're so embarrassing. Look how thick they are.
They are what they are. Wear 'em.
Would you rather be
And these are
embarrassed or
3 years.
would you
These
rather
are
be
3
able to
years
see?
old, and they
Yeah.
no longer work for me. I got to go back to the eye doctor.
Huckleberry, hey, Michelle, can I ask a question to chat, please, for a second? Huckleberry says, my friend said that she was going to die in a car crash, period. She did. Sad. What?
Right.
Well, I've always
When?
known I'm gonna die
Recently?
by being shot.
Huckleberry, that happened recently or a long time ago?
I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna live forever. Fuck all that. I've already been dead. Fuck it. Ain't no fun.
Praise God.
No. I will
I'm
be
gonna
shot.
live till I die. I'm telling you, that's just the way. That's the way that
Dude,
works.
that's a country song right there. You should write that shit down and play something.
I've been
Really?
dead. Dog got shot.
That's a
Yeah,
winner.
right.
You'll make multi-fucking millions of dollars off of that line.
And then there's a politician who took all my shit. Yeah, I got it. Well, I have to sit down and collect it.
Yeah, I can't log into Twitch. It's always giving me problems anyways. Who's all in Twitch right now?
Hey guys, I got to tell you about
That's
something.
dog.
In the past
Huckleberry.
year, right? So
Wild
many of
Bill.
my friends have died in
I
the
know.
past year
You
just
know
by
about
getting up
Topec, right?
in the middle of the night and going to the bathroom. And
You know
then
about Topec,
Marion,
right?
all right, so like I've had 4 friends die in the middle of the night, like in perfect health, just getting up to go to the bathroom. Like, you wake up in the middle of fucking night to take a piss or, whatever, splash water in your face, whatever, right? And they find them like laying on the, wait, let me tell you, they find them laying on the floor fucking dead, dude. Like not even, just dead. You can't
My
save them.
stepson died. My stepson
Like,
died New Year's Eve, dude. You know
I'm
that?
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, my stepdaddy died on Mother's Day last
You
year.
know, tow truck died on the 12th of December.
Yeah, and that's what all these people like. And then Miriam goes, well, it's just normal if you're not feeling well to get up and go to the bathroom to try to make it better, or whatever. That's what
Well,
she's
I
showing.
don't worry so much. The thing is, though, you know
But
what?
it's like now I have this feeling like you called me paranoid before, you bastard. And so whatever.
Being
right?
honest. Being honest.
So, but now I'm afraid when I wake up in the middle of the night, don't walk into the bathroom. Turn the light on.
Fear.
Walk slowly.
Fear
Make sure you
is
got
the
your
mind
breath.
killer.
I'll be 60
Bruce?
next year, man.
Bruce, there's one line in a movie, you've probably seen it. You need to know and you need to internalize it. Fear is the mind killer.
You fucking asshole. I love you like a brother, right?
That's right, because I'm gonna put you on the straight and narrow. That's why. That's why you.
I say it too to a lot of people. Fear is the mind killer.
Yep, fear is the mind killer. What you fear only informs you that you don't know enough about that situation to deal with it. So your job is to learn it and know it and be prepared for it. That's what fear is. To me, anyway. That's how I view it. If I fear something, that means I don't know enough about it. I need to learn more about it and figure it out and know how to counter it. And that's what it tells me. My kids used to freak out on me, and I've said this on the show before. They used to freak out on me because I'd run to car accidents and I'd run to gunshots, and I wasn't going to wait around and let something happen. I could help.
Yeah.
So
I used to scare my mom like that when I was a kid because literally, like I remember one time, I was my very first job. I was working at a family restaurant, doing dishes and setting tables and shit. and she drove me to work one day because it was raining. And usually I rode my bike, and as we're going down the road, ahead of us, probably like 300 feet ahead of us, there was a really bad accident. My mom's a nurse, so she just, but well, she's a nurse, but she's like, well, I got to get you to work. So she cut through a parking lot to get around the accident and take me to work. I'm like, no, Mom, you're a nurse. I'm a Boy Scout. We need to stop and help. And she's like,
Right.
what? Yeah, I'm like,
That's right.
no.
Yes.
There used
It's
to be a
unbelievable.
thing called Good Samaritan's Law, and if
It's
somebody
only
knew
you.
you,
Come on. If you're a child of God, we're all brothers. You got to
there
help.
used to be a thing called the Good Samaritan Law.
There still is in certain
Okay,
states.
and part of that law
Tennessee.
was if somebody knew you were a medical professional and you drove past
Tennessee.
an accident, they could sue
In
you.
Tennessee. In Tennessee. There's still a Good Samaritan law in Tennessee.
We
And
have
if
it
you
here
don't,
in Ohio.
the thing
If
is,
you don't stop and you know you could render aid and you just ignore it, you could be sued, thrown in
you could be sued,
prison.
right? Because you could have stopped an injury or a death
No, you
from
could be
becoming serious.
criminally charged, man.
Well,
For
no,
like
it's the opposite
manslaughter.
here
If the
in
person
Ohio.
died,
It's the opposite. They
no,
passed
if
a
the
law
person
here in Ohio about 20 years ago where it's a
if
Good
the person
Samaritan
died,
protection law. If you render first aid and you're a normal civilian and not a professional, and the person doesn't make it, you cannot be held, liable in
right?
civil or criminal courts.
Right. That was the other part of it. That was the protection side of it. But it was also if you drove past an accident and
And the
somebody
person died,
died,
if it was a fatality,
it didn't matter. If you drove past,
all it does, it matters a whole
I
lot.
was a paramedic when the law was an
Can I get your Twitch channel link so I could log into it?
But then they can charge you with manslaughter.
Hang on, I'll get it.
Like if you could render aid, obviously, and you didn't.
Yeah, it varies state to state. It's a state issue.
That's weird.
Right.
But a human being, man, you just be a human being. If I can render aid, stop. Stop and help.
I remember one time me and my dad were driving around in our local Metro Park system, and there was we saw a dude lose control of his mountain bike and crash off into the woods.
Oh, no.
He tried to cross to the other side of the road in traffic and lost his balance, and he freaked out and went back across the road and almost got hit by a car, and he crashed into some trees, and that caused a heart attack, and he died. And I told my dad, I'm like, stop the fucking car, pull in the closest lot, or on the side of the road, stop the car. I need to go, help out here. There's like 15 people that saw it, and they're all crowded around, and I just moved up and I'm checking vitals and shit, and he was dead. I told, I'm like, does someone have a cell phone? Call the ranger department, call, and they'll call 911, and yep, dude died right in front of us. And my dad's like, why did you do that? I'm like, because I'm trained to do it.
Right. Right.
No, it's just called being a normal human being.
Well, there is
Michelle. Which link are you looking for, Michelle? The game.
It don't matter. They're not gonna let me sign up. I keep trying to create an account and they won't let me. So, Twitch.
Well, I'm putting the link for.
I cannot believe I forgot my password within weeks, but that's
well, that's a whole other thing that you'll have to deal with.
Yeah. It's like
I can't help you out with that one.
Yeah.
It should be attached to an email that you used on your account. You can request a password reset.
Oh my God. Hey guys, off topic, but guess who's in the chat? Hagar.
Oh my God, dude.
How the hell are you doing?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Good to see you.
Holy shit, and Colonel Shaw. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Colonel.
What's up, buddy? God bless America. I ain't seen you in fucking Coon's age. Hell. I'm already talking country, so that's what that means.
Yeah, good to see you, brother.
Holy shit, man. Is it? Can you come up on panel? Just throw him a link.
Yeah, I'll throw up a link.
God bless America. You still in Denmark, bro? We gotta hook you up with Colonel Shaw for shit, sure. I'm telling you, Colonel Shaw, you got neighbors.
There he is.
That's right. It's Sunday morning in Holland, isn't it?
Good
Boom.
morning.
Yeah,
Not
Sunday
Howdy.
morning here where I'm at.
Howdy.
Howdy.
How's it going, man? Shit,
Hey,
dude. Good to
let's
see you, brother.
take.
All right, I can take the link now. I fixed it, Canoes.
Okay. Well, I just put it in the chat.
Okay, in the public
For
chat.
you,
Or...
I'll put it in the private chat as well.
All right, cool.
Give me a sec. Yeah, sorry, boys and girls. Hey there, Wes,
How's it been, brother?
Carlos, Bruce Wayne, Pride Butter. Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
Long time no see.
Yeah, and Happy New Year's. Well, it is well into the new year, but
Merry
this has,
Christmas.
yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
Happy New
It's
Year.
not going to be hard to beat last year's.
You're absolutely true. That's absolutely true, man.
Dino
All right.
repair.
I've been hearing a lot of crazy shit coming out of Denmark, brother.
Yeah, but I sadly, no, maybe not sadly, but I still live in Denmark, yes. But I miss Iceland each and every day, man. But yeah,
What's going on, man? They're protesting about the jab and all that.
no,
What?
nobody's protesting here. The lives.
Where are
people-
you? I forgot, man. It's good to see you again.
He's in
Good to
Denmark.
see you as well.
Where?
I'm in
Sweden?
No,
That's
Denmark.
Denmark.
That's Denmark. Oh shit.
And
Tell
don't
us
you
what's
spend a
going
lot of
on,
time
man.
in Iceland as well?
Yeah,
No,
tell us what's going on, man. Are the people peaceful or are they restless?
People are getting restless, yes. And to answer the
Right,
question,
see, that's what I'm saying. Tell
yeah,
me, tell me,
Let him
tell me,
talk. Let
tell
him
me all
talk.
about.
Now let him talk, Bruce.
I will. It's no problems. Well, yeah, but to clarify, I am born and raised Icelandic. Lived there
I
for
know.
30 years, but I live in Denmark now. Yes,
Right,
I
right.
I I live just north of the German border, but they're more hit by this COVID than we actually are. But things are pretty grim when it comes to COVID here.
With the lockdowns and everything.
No, just basically by people being sick all over, man. From the COVID. Yeah, and we are running full lockdowns as well. But that being said, the only chance to get your education or go to public places and stuff like that, you need to be third time vaccinated. You need to be PCR tested every 78 hours if you want to do something social. That's
What
how
the?
that is.
Oh
That's
my
fucked up.
God. That is
That's
so fucked up.
draconian.
Mm.
I thought Denmark was one of the places that wasn't going to let that happen.
No, Danes are goddamn communist, man.
Oh
Sorry,
no.
sorry, I said that, but borderline communist. But they're very well. i- It's a socialist country. Let's say it.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that.
Oh wow. I thought they were resisting that.
Nah,
I
nah.
heard about a bunch of protests that were going crazy in Denmark. That's why I was glad to see you, because
No.
one of the reasons I was glad to see you. I mean, I'm happy that you came back. We get to talk to you.
Oh yeah,
But
man.
one of the things I was hearing some serious stuff about the people and uprisings and stuff like that in Denmark.
Oh yeah, but yeah, there've been a couple of protests, but none as such. None as such. But it's much worse in just. Well, I live.
The citizens can't have guns, can they? Without very special permits, right?
No
You guys still
handguns.
got pitchforks, right? And
Yes.
heat up a hoe and straighten it out and sharpen that motherfucker and come at somebody with it like a long pole, you know?
Let
A
him
fucking
talk.
hoe in the neck and a pitchfork in the fucking face, dude. There's your revolution, man. Even if you ain't got a gun. Yeah, did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did so.
Okay.
But okay, you asked about gun laws, sir. Yes, you need to. If you're gonna own a handgun, it can only be done in a private club here. And but you
Fork
can,
you.
yes, fork you. But
I'm
you
glad you
can have.
appreciate my humor, my friend.
Oh yes, but
Yeah.
you can have shotguns and such. But you'll have to
Only
be
for farmland, right? Hunting
hunting.
pheasants and such, and
Yes,
sheep, yeah,
and
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 the
you need to
globalists.
be. And you need actually to be vetted before you go through all this. You need to be vetted
No,
by a psychiatrist and everything.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, you got to go through a psychiatrist and stuff to
Oh,
actually.
Yes,
fuck.
and if you
Wow.
and
What
if
the
you and if you have any kind of like criminal records or such, forget about it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
for
gonna.
like public drunkenness, you can't have a gun ever again just because you had too many
Yes,
beers walking down the
yes.
sidewalk.
You're fucked then, Bruce.
It's basically if you have any kinds of criminal records.
No, fuck. See, I
So
knew
See,
that's
we
why
have. I don't know if you know, Hager.
I
Colonel
wanted to
Shaw
confirm it. I already
is in
knew
the
that.
chat.
Okay,
Bruce,
so
hold on.
Colonel Shaw is in the Netherlands, and
Mm.
he's got crazy fucking control, and they've been having the protests and lockdowns, and some of the protests were deadly. A bunch of people were killed, but for him to get a handgun over there, like, I don't think it's possible for him to get it legally. He was saying, but he looked into getting a black market handgun, and in order for him to get a black market handgun, it would have been the equivalent of about $5,000 or $6,000 US.
yes.
I don't know what that converts out to for euros.
Oh,
But yeah.
that's around. I would say around €4,500. You'll get yourself a handgun. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So, but that being said, if you just go to Sweden, well, it's much easier there to
Well, yeah,
get
because they got all
yourself a gun.
the Muslims up there.
or Holland.
Uh,
How about Holland?
Yeah, they.
If you go to Holland, right, you could pick up anything you want, drive over.
Well,
a
that's
couple
where
of
he is. That's where Colonel is in Holland, Netherlands.
no, Denmark.
No,
No,
Holland.
no, not you, Colonel
No,
Shaw.
the other guy. Oh well, I would.
I don't know. I've been out of the scene for many moons. I don't know.
Yeah, Colonel Shaw's actually Netherlands, and he's in between cities. I'm trying to remember the names of them.
He's right outside of Arnhem.
Right.
But that being said, when we get to Iceland, if you can get your hands on a handgun there, you'll be paying around $10,000 to $12,000 on the black market.
Oh wow!
Have you been up there lately?
No, I was up there before my grandma passed away. That's 3 years ago.
No.
I haven't been much into traveling and stuff in these Corona times, but I.
Because I remember the video that you shared years ago, that showed that huge ice and windstorm going on up in Iceland.
Oh yeah,
My condolences.
More than 100-mile-per-hour winds, and
yeah, the recovery truck was trying
it's
to
like 50 degrees below zero Fahrenheit.
yes.
What?
I still remember that.
100-mile-an-hour winds or
Why
some
didn't I
shit.
see that video?
Well, I'll find it for you guys.
Come on, man. Throw the link, please. I can't even.
Well, give it a minute, Bruce. Come on.
I can't even remember who I'm talking to, man. Who are you?
No, Hager came into the fold when Ben started Censor Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
like
true.
how I did that, Wizard? Who are you?
Hey,
Yeah,
fire in the
that
bowl.
Who are
fire
you,
in the
man?
motherfucking bowl.
Did you have
Guys,
another username
I
besides
don't know how much time I've got left on my phone, so I
Hager,
may.
Yes.
Auger, Auger? You're a fucking auger, man. You can drill holes in the ground like an auger. You slide
Okay,
a
Bruce.
post in that fucking hole. You're set.
But
How do you say
yes.
it? How do you
All
say
right,
it?
Bruce, hold on.
How do you say my name?
Yeah, please,
Oh,
sir.
well, you'll get
Auger,
this in Vikingish, so it's Haugur.
Hergush,
Haugur. Just like
Hoover.
Haug, but just mute.
Like Herbert. Yeah.
Yes, but mute out the G. Haugur.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. It's a soft G.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good deal.
It's like the last thing you say when you're crawling through a fucking Nordic Iceland and the dude speared you in the gut. And
Hey,
you're like,
how many beers you had, Bruce? How many beers you had?
I've had more beers that can float a battleship. How many of you had?
None. But I'm just saying, you got an on-screen limit of 5. The last we checked. Remember?
Yeah, you need to be vetted.
I've only had so
Right.
it's good. It's good. Haggis. I said it right.
Oh yes, you did.
Haggis. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you very much.
You call me Bruce.
We call you drunk.
Just don't call me late for dinner. All right.
Right. Hey, I just want to let you guys know my phone is really, really low, and I do have a charged backup. Hold on. Never mind. I got at least another 20 minutes.
That was.
As soon as I get this corded.
So how is the weather where you're at, Auger?
Oh well, at the moment I'm looking out at the sky. It's 4 degrees Celsius. Winds. Well, 4 degrees on Celsius. That would be what 44-ish? No, 45-ish on the Fahrenheit scale.
0 Fahrenheit. Here in the Rocky Mountains, United States.
So it's only snowed here once or twice this year. So that
Kind
white
of the same
stuff
where
is.
I'm at. I've had 2 snowfalls, but very, very light, like not even an inch. But we just
That's
had
about
an
the
ice
same.
storm the other. We just had an ice storm the other day. It really screwed the roads up. There was hundreds of motor accidents by area, and it's cold. It's like right now I think it's 12 degrees.
Oh, you want to know how
Fahrenheit.
cold it is here?
So,
I'll tell you how
that
cold.
would be about -6.
Remember I
Celsius.
told you yesterday it was about 5? The last time? It's about 4 degrees now. Let me see. I don't know if you could see that. Could you? Let me see. Hold on. Let me fix that again. Check this out. It's even colder than the other day.
It's colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra.
Hey, that just did you see that? That was weird.
In a brass bra.
Colder than a well digger's ass in January.
Hey, my grandfather used to say that. I haven't heard that in forever. That's racist, man. How could you say that?
Yo,
How
sailors
dare
used
you?
to call it.
You know what my grandpa used to say when he used to have to take a shit? He goes, I'm going to go drop the Cosby kids off at the pool.
I'm going to go drop a bomb off at the pool.
Gosh. But yeah.
Again, that was my grandfather, not me. Just repeat what he said. That's all.
Y'all be good. I'll see you later. Trump.
All right, Bruce.
2024.
Good
God
night.
bless
Have
you,
a good
Bruce.
one.
Trump
Dream on.
2024.
Stay in the
Dream
chat.
on.
Hang on in the
Oh,
chat,
yeah.
bro.
Dream on. Trump ain't going to win.
Take care, Bruce. Okay, yeah, I was trying to find that link for you guys. Let's see. No, but anyways, how you guys been? COVID free? Question mark.
Good.
Well, overall, I think for most of the group, we're doing all right. Most of us have not taken the vaccine. A few have. A few of us have gotten sick. There is a chance that I caught it about a month ago, the new Omicron version. I had some very mild symptoms for about 2 days. One of the guys who tested positive like a week ago, his symptoms lasted only like 4 hours. So he lucked out.
Oh.
I've had all three of them, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't had no serious. I had maybe a day or two of uncomfortableness, but I'm so amped up with silver and vitamins and stuff. It didn't stand a chance. Plus, I'm very active, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. But I've been
You know what
pretty.
they did say? They did say people who frequently use marijuana will more than likely be able to beat COVID and any other things that have been traveling throughout the country, like the flu. So again, if you continue to keep smoking pot, it's going to help you fight all those.
Well, it's all the cannabinoids. You know, those are beneficial.
Yep. They're immune boosters, believe it or not.
Yep. That's
Trump
why
didn't just lose my support. I'm just going to say he's going to be too old to run for office. Just saying. He's going to be too old. I didn't lose my faith in him. No, well, not my faith, because my faith is in Jesus.
Prophecy
but
says he dies. He dies in. Prophecy says he dies in office.
I can't see having a positive election. I don't know, and I'll be here, the one saying I was wrong. If I'm wrong.
Well, I have a feeling you're gonna be wrong, so get ready for it.
All right, like I said, I will come back and say I was wrong.
All right. So, Hager, what is the nature of your government over there? You said it's socialist based, but
Yeah, it is socialist based, yes. But most of the kind of like, if you take it kind of like in a democratical way, it's kind of like just above right wing, just above, just in the middle.
Well,
just above. But
correct me
then,
if I'm wrong. You guys are a constitutional monarchy, are you not?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
how much power does your royal family hold? Is it all ceremonial?
Yes, it is ceremonial, but she actually has a veto. So if she thinks that her prime minister doing bad, she'll call him into office. But that doesn't happen. Maybe it's 10th years or so.
Yeah. So
wow.
Your sovereign is a queen. Then.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
but that being said, well, she has the same power as a British queen. She can step in. The British queen can also step in. But the Danish one
British
doesn't.
are fucked.
Oh yes, I was
they're
actually going to say
they're
that.
so fucked. I can't even describe how fucked they are and how fucked up their system is.
It is very fucked up. Sorry to say, but imagine that sitting there like in a penguin suit, having to wear kind of like medieval wigs once a year. Oh man, that'll be funny, man. But it's basically the same as in Iceland. Well, Iceland has a president, but Iceland is a republic. But yes, they have their own parliament and such. But yes, the president only has veto. That's it, and it's been used twice since 1944 after Iceland gained independence.
Isn't the Iceland parliament the oldest standing parliament in the world?
It is. You are quite correct, sir. So parliaments that are standing. Well, the Vikings made it back in the days.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building in downtown Reykjavik. I've seen lots of pictures and videos of it. It's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, but those are the cornerstones that the Danish king built. I don't know because Iceland was well, it was yeah, under the sovereignty of the Danish king back in the days. But of course, World War II came as the Icelandic people were trying to cut loose in 1918. But yes, they got the right to have one representative in Denmark sitting in parliament. That was basically what they got in 1918. But when Hitler invaded Denmark, and it became very apparent to the Icelandic nation that that Danes were actually kind of like helping out Germans, killing people and stuff like that. They just decided to call on the Brits and the US and say, guys, hey, we want independence. You want to write that you down that you will support this, and yes, they said yes. And basically, the Brits invaded Iceland just to make that happen. And of course, Iceland being a huge strategic point in the Second World War.
Oh, it still is today.
It is.
Yeah, Keflavik was kind of like described as being, shut down for U.S. use like 20 years ago. That's not the case. We've got so many assets over there.
Oh yeah, you got plenty. The U.S. has plenty of assets over there. Yes, but yeah, the military airport is still being used, but it's being used by NATO and of course U.S. Well, just about any country does drills in Iceland. So Camp Viking is still a thing, but not under the U.S. banner, but the NATO banner.
Wow. That'll change.
Yeah, but of course Iceland has no army. We don't need an army.
No. Or a navy. I think you guys just still have just a coast guard.
Yes, we have a coast guard, around 7 vessels, and then we have 3 rescue choppers and about maybe 4 planes or so.
Yeah, I think mostly they're concerned with like fishing, enforcing the international fishing regulations around your waters.
Yes. Well, the fishing waters around Iceland are what, 400 nautical miles. So it is pretty big territory. They are guarding, but it's been that's what basically what built a nation. Very very quick. We went to the cod wars with the Brits in the 70s. It got well, we only had 12 miles. It was put up to 50, then out to 200, and then basically entered at 400 miles. So that peaceful country back in the 70s, it actually fought frigates and all kinds of stuff with trawlers and I don't know what.
Yep.
Sticks and stones. The Brits were not happy about this, but it went through by the support of NATO also. But the Brits have never liked us Icelandic people.
I was just thinking this randomly. If Trump wins the election in 2 years, you need to get in contact with your government and tell them to sell Greenland to the United States.
Yeah, that one must have,
because it's nothing but a huge tax drain for you guys. We can handle the tax train better than you can.
Well. This has nothing to do with the tax strain here. Greenland is probably sitting on the most valuable spot of property in the world
Yeah.
due
Right.
to the ice cap meltings and stuff like that. You'll have the shipping lanes opening up. There's plenty of gold, emeralds, sapphires, uranium, whatever in Greenland as well.
Right. And volcanoes.
No, not
No, not in
no,
Greenland.
not in Greenland. No.
Not in Greenland. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go, guys. I've already used up my backup charge pack.
Yeah. Take care, brother.
Hey, Viz, you stay safe, my man.
You know it, brother. And good to see it. We do this every night, so please come back. And
I will. I
and
will.
bookmark us and all that jazz, man, because I want to talk to you some more. All
Oh
right.
yes. And the next time I'll turn on my phone so you can see my ugly face as well.
Rock on, man. God bless you. And dream well,
Good to see
Patriot.
you, Hacker.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Take care. Hey, Pro Berry, you were talking about having snowstorms.
Oh yeah, they said a big one was coming this weekend, but when they say that, I don't believe it. Let's see, yeah. And it was actually a winter storm warning.
Okay. Are
Wind
roofs
chill
even
advisory
built
remains
together?
into effect until 7 a.m. Sunday. Winter storm warning remains into effect again to 7 p.m. Sunday to 10 p.m. What to expect? Heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulations of 12 to 20 inches. Wind gusts up to 35 on Monday. For the wind chill advisory, very cold wind chills expected. Wind chills in the low as 15 below zero. So yeah,
That sounds
it's gonna
about
get pretty
standard
cold.
for you and me. I get the same. I don't trust the forecast either. I look at the radar every day and make my own opinion about it. That's about all you can do.
But the next question here is are U.S. roofs and stuff like built to standard on carrying snow?
Repeat that. Your voice kind of faded out.
Sorry. Wait, give me a second. Oh, guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about what about buildings in the U.S. and such? Are they built to standard to carry all this snow on the roof?
We got pretty good infrastructure as far as clearing the roads and everything. It just takes a while.
Yeah, we got the plows and stuff. We got newer plows. Actually, the damn governor here in New York State just got newer plows last year. The problem is that I think they're putting too much salt on the roads, to be honest with you. And that's why so many cars are rusting. To be honest with you, I think they need to come up with a better plan than the salt that they use on the highways too.
Well, it's too expensive.
I know that, but
yeah,
it's destroying people's cars. It
that's what
cars.
you pay for living in the north. Everybody can't have Florida cars, you know.
So my son,
it's always been that way.
So far, we haven't even had enough snow for a snow plow, like a personal snow plow.
Yeah.
Hunger.
Yeah, I haven't had anything at all this year significant. I don't think
I make my son shovel.
Well, no, it's good.
And I got a pretty good big driveway. Exactly, because I told him,
I had to clear the driveway, as a kid, until I moved out at 18.
He has to realize he's 18 years old, and when his dad died, he has more responsibilities. I'm not saying he has to be the man replacing Tom. I didn't say that because that would be overstepping. But he had a lot of duties that Tom did that he has to do, like mow the lawn, take care of the dogs, make sure their poop's picked up. And during the winter, you have to snow plow the driveway, make sure that sidewalk is shoveled and plowed, because if that mail lady falls, guess who insurance pays for her for injury?
Yeah.
Or anybody falls. That's our responsibility. And I said, you know idiots in this town who would love to take advantage of me, so you better make sure you take care of that. And the garbage. He has to take care of garbage. He finally learned how to do the dishwasher. Now it's moving on to the washing machine.
Yeah, but
both me and my sister, we started on that, after my parents divorced.
Yeah.
So.
And how was your sister between you? Your difference? How old difference were you guys?
She's 1 year younger.
Okay. So you kind of like took care of each other while your mom was working, kind of. Right?
Well, when we weren't at school, kind of. Yeah, we took care of each other. We were very, self-independent at a young age.
Cooking and stuff, and yeah.
Oh yeah, everything. We took care of things.
And it's not easy for a single mother. I'm sure that maybe she probably had to have 1 or 2 jobs probably then, right?
Yeah. No, she was one job. She was an RN at a hospital trauma center.
And she probably busted her ass off too, right? Working. That's good.
We'd have half of the the kind of thing was, we kept the house clean. Usually I would do whatever mopping and dusting and crap did. My sister would run the vacuum. I'd take care of the trash. I did the lawns. I did, the shoveling, and my sister helped out wherever she could in the house. But my sister couldn't cook worth shit. When she was a teenager, like, she could burn water. she like literally, I saw her burn water.
That's funny. I never heard anybody say that before.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah. And she would put metal shit in the microwave and not realize, that you can't do that.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Yeah, I'm in the living room watching TV one day, and she's in the kitchen on, the other side of the wall, and she starts screaming, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is there a spider there? Because she was a little girl. She hated spiders and shit. She's like, no, the microwave is going to blow up. And I'm looking, and I walk in there, and the microwave, there's a metal bowl in there with something in it, and it's all arcing beams of electricity from one side to the other and everything. I'm like, pull the plug out of the wall. It's like, what were you trying to do? She's like, oh, I'm trying to defrost this shit. And she's using a metal mixing bowl. I'm like, you just almost burnt down the kitchen. She said, what happened? She's like, I'm like, you put metal in a microwave. You don't do that.
Oh.
We had a girl in high school that actually burnt down her entire kitchen in her house doing that.
Oh, wow.
She put a fork in the microwave and turned something on for like 30 minutes, like a TV dinner. And she, went to the other side of the house and was doing, probably on the phone with a friend or something. And, next thing she knows, the fire department's at her house because the neighbors called and said, the house is on fire. She had no clue. She burnt down the kitchen.
It's actually funny that you say it was a TV dinner.
Much love, everybody. Battery's good to see you. Canoe's good to see you, everybody. Another friend is live, and I promised in 2022 when we came into the new year that I was not going to hide in my room, and during the weekend I was going to hang out with my friends and just hang out and just have a good time and just be happy and start smiling again. So, and I think that's what Tom and Ann would want for me anyway, right? Instead of just weeping and moaning and grieving. So, all right, guys, till the next time, I love you guys.
Bye. Thanks for coming in.
Take care.
It's hard because everyone goes live at the same nights. But I love you guys.
Same. Oh boy. Yeah, but Yeah, you were talking about TV dinner. Did you also watch it on the news? What a joy. But kind of like, yeah, snowstorms and such. Well, I'm just kind of like, and I was trying to ask into it. Well, you live kind of like north and something like that. What about if you got loads of snow and you got a unit house or something like that? Can the roofs bear that?
Yeah, where we live, because of the winter, it's actually part of like our municipal building codes. The roofs have to be angled at a minimum certain degree to deal with the snow.
And what?
For residential dwellings,
Yeah.
private businesses and whatnot have their own separate thing.
So
But for
basically,
people's houses around here, yeah, you have at least like I think it's 25 or 30-degree slope
yeah.
minimum on your house. Yeah.
So you built it to standards, basically.
Like we get because I'm in the Great Lakes region. I'm if you know where Ohio is in
Yes, I do.
Cleveland, I'm just west of Cleveland. So
Yeah.
we get lake effect snow in certain
Yes.
places where it gets, you'll get 12 feet of fucking snow in a really bad storm. And certain people where this hits, they have to go up on the roofs to shovel the roofs off. Otherwise, the roof's going to fucking, crash.
Yeah.
But that's the worst of that is more a little bit east of us. Like, there's a little patch of Pennsylvania that's against the lake and New York. The Buffalo, New York gets the worst of it just because of the landscape there.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
So basically, what's the minimum standard in what beams and stuff like that? Is that 2x4s or
Yeah, I think here it's 2x4s. When you get east towards Buffalo, I think it's becomes 2x6s.
yes,
Yeah, they especially in regions like this where we have to deal with the severe weather in the wintertime. It's been, mandated and run by state law for over 100 years.
yeah. Well, yeah, the thing is that yeah, this is also a standard here in Denmark, but it needs to be 3x6s,
Oh, okay.
and that's not well. Well, it's not due to snow. Well, the climate change has been so radical here in the Nordic countries, but it's not due to snow. It's due to high winds, basically. If you get a good storm here in Denmark, well, it'll basically
I
devastate
hear the
everything.
same thing about up in Norway.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends in Norway and Sweden.
And this is also a fact in Iceland. I mean, it's just amazing how kind of like Mother Nature turns ugly. But everything in Iceland is built to specs on kind of like to be withstanding earthquakes up to 7.8 on the Richter scale.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that being said, that is volcanic island, so everything is kind of like built to standards on that. And but here in Denmark, earthquakes are not the issue here. Everything is built out of bricks. But when it comes to high winds and stuff like that, the roofs need to be pretty sturdy. I've been in a couple of good storms here in Denmark, and basically where basically whole buildings explode due to the pressure change.
Yeah. Cyclone bomb. That's what we call that here.
Oh yes.
It happens occasionally, once or twice a year. You'll hear about it over here in the States, in different regions. For us, it's more of an issue with the high-powered storms. With the roofs will catch the wind and the entire roof portion of the house will be ripped off, the rest of the house, and they'll fly down the street.
Oh yes.
Or the big thing, even more so in my area, is just the wind knocking trees down on the people's houses.
Oh yeah.
Like whole neighborhoods will have sections where a storm will come through and every single house has roof damage, and it has a tree laying on the house. We're so wooded over here.
Oh yeah.
Tons of trees. A lot of them are old and they can't stand the storms.
Yeah. Yeah, you always have to be a step ahead when it comes to trees. I almost had one blow down on my car here once in a storm.
We had one hit on our house over 20 years ago. The only thing that saved us from having the front half of the house, cut in half, was that when the tree fell on the house, it landed in an arm, like the crook of another tree on the opposite side of the house, and that stopped its fall.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Old trees.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, I've been a
we
bit
had to build the front porch that got sheared off the front of the house. And my dad had a car outside that had a huge limb fall on it and completely caved into the roof. And one of our barns had a vestibule on one side, and the door was open, and the wind came in underneath the door and blew the roof of the vestibule up onto the rest of the barn, and the concrete wall that was there was not, or concrete block wall. Half of that came down. Yeah, it was insurance paid for all of it though.
Oh,
because we had really good insurance. So but
yeah.
it was a pain to clean up. We were cutting wood for almost a year from that one storm.
Oh wow. But at least you can look on the positive side. You might have had plenty of firewood for the next
Yes,
couple
we
of years.
did. And I have a wood burning fireplace in the house. We had that wood lasted us 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot.
Yes.
That's
I had an entire corn crib full of wood, and that vestibule on the barn had wood stacked up for about a good 60 feet. Yeah, we had wood for years.
yeah, I could imagine that.
And
Well,
me and my dad cut it all up with the chainsaws. Yeah, we weren't gonna hire somebody to come out and do that. We spent the 6 months cutting wood.
you must have got fit, very fit doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! No, well, there is a lack of trees in Iceland, so the Vikings cut it all down almost. But the woods that are in Iceland now are just mainly kind of like national parks that are being grown back. You'll find trees here, birch and stuff like that, but it won't grow higher than 1.5 meter or so.
Yeah.
They actually had to import woods from Canada and no, not woods, but the seeds and stuff from Canada and Russia and places that get really, really cold.
Yeah.
But they're doing a great job on it, though.
Is that volcano still active and erupting there, or did that quiet down?
It's erupting a bit, but that's on an Icelandic scale. That's not an eruption. That's a fart. Sorry, but yeah, it's a small fart.
Man, I remember when I was a kid, it's probably about 5 or 6 years old, when Surtsey started erupting and made a new island. And
Yes.
they had a huge, big article in the National Geographic magazine, and I was just enthralled with that. As a kid, I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever. A new island is born. You know, offshore of like this one big island country, and I'm like, it just blew my mind. I was 5 or 6 years old.
Oh yes. Well, well, I was not born when that happened, but I was born in 1973 when the Westman Islands erupted, where they had to evacuate the whole island. That's Surtsey is just not that far away from the Westman Islands.
I thought Surtsey happened in like around 84 or 85.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no.
maybe I just read about it. I don't remember. I thought it was cool as hell.
Oh yeah, no, no. Surtsey is before that.
Well, it makes sense because I used to read old National Graphic
Yeah,
magazines
yeah. Well, it
going
erupted.
back to like the 40s. Yeah.
If my memory serves me right, that happened in 1962 or three.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Thinking back about it, the quality of the photography that they had, I would place it around that time. Yeah.
yeah, but but the scientists use this island a lot
Hmm.
just to check out what kind of like what has nature done to it. What
Hmm.
what plants do you have there? How
It's a
what kind
living
of life?
laboratory.
Yeah, it's a living laboratory, and it is for public. It is closed. It is just if you're not a part of a scientific mission or something like that, it is closed. You may not or not set your foot on it.
Yeah.
But then in 72 or 3, uh, the main islands erupted, and that's the one that was in 70, yeah, 2 3, and they had to evacuate around 5 or 6 thousand people. And most of the equipment, because the lava was closing up the harbor and such,
Mhm.
they had to borrow pumps, water pumps from the U.S. Army to kind of like continuously spray
Mhm.
sea water on it so it would stop, so they could still evacuate people. So the U.S. Navy was very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Thanks God to that because people would have literally just died from gas poisoning and heat and lava. And it claimed almost half of the town. So
Have you ever been to the Faroes?
yes, I've worked there actually. I did actually work there for almost 1.5 year.
Do they have any volcanoes there?
No,
Okay.
but the landscape kind of like is. Would say that the landscape would be very similar to Iceland,
Hmm.
but the Faroese islands aren't as old as Iceland. It's more like yeah, it's just well, it looks like Iceland, but it isn't Iceland. But I can't describe that. But it looks beautiful. I was
Oh,
work,
I've seen tons of pictures and videos. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
yeah, and the
Um,
people are kind, friendly, but it is rough living there.
mhm.
I was I was quality inspecting freezing plants, freezer trawlers, stuff like that. They're units. They're kind of like every freezing plant there up there runs on ammonia and stuff like that. So it would literally mean the death of hundreds of people if they didn't keep their equipment up to standard. So I did that for 1.5 year there in the cooling section. So I was basically basically a safety and safety and cooling technician. But I worked for actually not a Danish company. I worked for Johnson Controls,
Mm.
the American one.
Yeah, that's a big company. Yeah,
So yes,
I
I
like
lived
the
there for a half year. It's
Faroes.
fascinating.
My interest with the Faroes started from the music.
Oh yes,
I'm a big fan. There's a very good metal band out of the Faroes called Tyr,
yeah,
Tyr,
yes,
and there's a chick. Her name's Ivor Palastoter,
yes,
and she's freaking amazing.
yeah. But Eivor is actually half Icelandic, half Faroese.
Ah, okay.
So, but yeah, I would I would put her up in the same place as Björk when it comes to kind of like.
I would too. Yeah.
But
But my biggest musical thing that I'm like my phase that I'm in right now and have been for going on a year now is Norwegian. I'm really into Wardruna and Aurora. I'm
yeah,
not
but
sure if
those
you're
are
familiar with
but,
them.
those are both heavy metal bands, aren't they?
No, Aurora, the girl, she does everything.
Ah,
But
Aurora. Yes, 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 yes.
Wardruna,
Okay.
they have their leader used to be a heavy metal drummer, but now their music it's all um, kind of historic
Mm,
folklore, dark folk music with
yeah,
original period instruments and stuff. I wouldn't
yeah,
call it metal, but yeah, definitely kind of like dark native folk music for Norway.
yeah,
It's they did. I'm so psyched because they just announced the dates for their upcoming U.S. tour,
yeah,
and I'm gonna try and go see them. I'll have to
yeah.
spend
But
a little
it's
money and travel, but I would love to see them.
yeah. But the thing is that they also kind of like. Well, you were talking about Tyr. Well, Tyr also implements a lot of the Nordic god stuff and folklore in general
Hmm.
from back in the days. And
I,
I actually
I've been listening to them for close to 20 years.
I absolutely love them guys. They
Well,
are great. They're great people. But they do fetch themselves a share of criticism for for just being from the Faroe Islands. It's just ridiculous.
oh, that
Well,
yeah, I don't understand that.
no, well, it's due to the fact that the Faroese are still holding to that old tradition of killing pilot whales. That actually hurts them a lot.
I would suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically they had a tour in Germany that yeah should have been done here in kind of like is what back in 2013, 14, 15. I can't quite remember. Everything
Were they
in Germany
when
got
they went?
cancelled.
They were supposed to go to Wacken.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
One of these days, like on my top 5 list of things to do before I die is I want to go to Wacken. Wacken.
yes, it is. Well, if you're into heavy metal and such, it is basically the holy Mecca.
Hey, for sure.
It is. No, well, I found living in the Faroese Island. It reminded me of Iceland back in 1980. They are well, they of course they are technologically advanced, but the state of mind of people, where people actually do care about each other, is still very, very present.
Hmm.
Everybody's helpful. If there's somebody that's sick or loses his job and whatever, believe me, people will do everything in their power to get him free food, help the family out, such stuff like that. It's
Yeah, I know, like in my area, I'm the closest big city to where I live is Cleveland, Ohio, and we have a major international airport here. And in throughout the 2000s, um, we got a hub. We became a hub for an Icelandic airline, and you could fly from like the airport's like not even 7 miles from me, and I could fly to Iceland for about $75,
Yeah. So did
and
you?
it'd be the whole this region's tourism um, expanded exponentially, and there were thousands and thousands of people that in my area started taking vacations in Iceland because it was so freaking cheap. I
Yeah.
don't think they do it now anymore, but
No,
I should have.
the flight company went bankrupt.
Okay.
So, but Iceland there still exists, but there is a new newcomer in the flight industry in Iceland, and they're called Play.
Play. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's a low fare, cheap travel agent as well. But they'll do just fine. Wow, just overextended too much in a short amount of time. That's why they went bankrupt. But that being said, kind of like tourism in Iceland has actually exploded,
Hmm.
and it's basically making more money today than the fishing industry, and that's a lot.
Yeah, I hear that the top two places to visit um, are the Blue Lagoon and the Ice Hotel.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, and of course there are well, coming there as a tourist is one thing, but having an Icelandic guide with you,
Hmm.
you will be amazed.
Well, yeah, those top two, that's just for the traditional touristy type American
Oh yes,
traveler.
yeah,
If I was to go there, oh, I'd like to take a tour if I could of, the base at Keflavik because I've known so many people that have been stationed there.
yeah.
And then, spend a day or two in Reykjavik, but I want to see the countryside.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I would highly kind of like recommend it.
Step out, check out a few places along the coast, like Stikistomir, and going into the interior where the volcanoes are and the glaciers and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, coming to the glaciers and stuff, it's just you can just feel the power of nature.
Yeah,
It's
I've
just
never I've never seen a glacier in my life. I haven't seen mountains that big.
so. May I may I ask you one thing? When you stepped out of the plane, out of the kind of like out of the terminals in Keflavik, and kind of like what struck you first when you came out of the terminal and everything? Was it at night or daytime you arrived?
Hmm, good question.
Yes,
I
but
would probably say is as soon as I stepped off the plane and started breathing Icelandic air instead of aircraft air,
yes,
it would be like 100% more pure.
yes, yeah. But did you kind of like when you were standing out? Well, you must have been standing out in nature somewhere.
Well, no, I
When,
haven't been there, man.
no, you haven't been there, Roger.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. But
no.
you'll probably if you ever get to Iceland, man, you'll feel kind of like 20 or 30 years younger.
Ah,
Pure air, you'll feel the power of nature. You'll feel those kind of like things. You will be able to feel nature in Iceland.
that is what it was for me. I experienced that, but when I was 16 and 17, I got a job with the Boy Scouts working up in Canada. And it was the exact same thing. As soon as when you get up that far north, everything is different.
Yes.
Physically, naturally, and spiritually.
Yes.
You feel the connection.
Yeah. I would call it an euphoric state, kind of like in.
Man, the first time that I ever visited that area where I worked, before I was an employee, I went up there as a paying customer. With my regular Boy Scout troop, we took signed up and paid for a week-long canoe trip in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And the very first night, just looking at the sky and see, being hundreds of miles away from any kind of light pollution.
Yes.
I've never seen a sky like that anywhere else in my life. The stars and the satellites and the moons and the planets and everything and the Milky Way. Yeah, that just did it for me, man.
Oh yeah. It's quite an euphoria.
It was humbling.
Yeah.
And I'm not much of a spiritual person, but yeah, it was very humbling.
Yeah. That is well, I can't I have lived in Copenhagen while I was studying and stuff like that. I did my studying in Denmark, but then always moved back to Iceland. That was just to get them international connections, learn the language, and basically that has so helped me out in my current situation where I'm living today in Denmark again. But that was a job related. I got offered a job that I couldn't kind of like resist. So, so that's why I'm basically living in Denmark now. And Denmark is such a contrast when it comes to nature. Everything is flat here. The highest point here is 88 meters or 101. You got no mountains, but of course, the, you got beautiful beaches and stuff like that, but you can't even compare it. But I never liked living in big cities.
I mean, yeah, I'm planning on moving in the next couple of years, and I ain't gonna be anywhere near a city. I guarantee that.
Yeah. But it's just that freedom that comes with it. It's kind of like you don't have neighbors breathing down your neck because you didn't cut your kind of like bushes or a tree
Yeah.
to standards and bullshit like that.
Fuck that.
Yes, fuck that.
It's like where I'm living at now. It used to be back in the day, I guess. My father grew up here in the 50s, in the 60s, and back then, it was so quiet part of the area here that you'd maybe see 5 or 6 cars a day drive by. It was all rural farmland and everything, nice and quiet. The nearest neighbor was, at least 500 feet away from you, not right up on your business. Nowadays, I got a 30-acre farm, and I'm surrounded on 3 sides by 3 different housing developments.
Yeah.
I get a car going by my place during the daytime every 10 seconds. It's not it's not rural. I'm on the edge of rural land and suburbia. If you go north, quarter of a mile, it's nothing but housing developments and houses everywhere. If you go south a mile, you get out into the townships and the farms, and all the houses are nice and spaced, a couple thousand feet from each other, and it's just open farmland and forests. And I'm stuck right on the edge of it.
Yeah. And you're probably enjoying every minute of it.
But I'm like, when I say I'm moving, I'm done with the state that I live in, Ohio. I'm moving. My move will be kind of radical. I'm going to go, pretty far. Different part of the country. Don't know which yet, but it'll probably be like Texas or Missouri or Nevada, something like that. I don't know, but I got to go west.
Yeah.
Go west, young man. Go while the getting's good.
That's usually how that goes. But anyways, I need to get ready for work. It's 20 minutes to 8, so I need to get going.
Everybody in the chat fell asleep, so.
Oh yeah, but it's been nice catching up to you, man.
Definitely, man. Like Wizard said earlier, we're on most nights. I'd say 6 out of 7 nights a week. We're live. We have all kinds of different channels, but I don't know what channel you came up on.
Well, I took the Discord link.
Okay. Yeah, that is active again. We started up in Discord.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, thank you very much for making that.
Sure. Good to see you.
Hey, but anyways, thanks for the talks here, man. And you stay safe, and I won't be a stranger. I'll promise you that.
Excellent. Well, you take care, and we'll see you later, man.
Yeah, take care, and good night to you all, people. Stay safe.